By Visit Baton Rouge, Louisiana's capital city.
Welcome back to VyStar Ballpark in Jacksonville, Florida. Number 2 LSU getting ready to take on Notre Dame. Here's Bill Franquez to take a look at what else is happening in the Southeastern Conference today.
All right, thanks so much, Jeff. A lot of teams in action, of course, week 2 of the college baseball season. We'll tell you, first of all, what happened yesterday in games involving SEC teams. LSU, of course, here with a 14-7 victory over Indiana. South Carolina playing host to Army this weekend. Army defeated the Gamecocks in Game 1 by a final of 9-5. Georgia playing host to Samford this weekend. Yesterday it was Georgia 11, Samford 1 in 7 innings. In Nashville, Vanderbilt defeated Marist 16-5. That game also in 7 innings. Kentucky defeated Evansville 9-2. Tennessee facing Kent State this weekend. Tennessee edged Kent State last night 4-3 in Knoxville. Alabama playing host to Rhode Island this weekend. The Crimson Tide with a 19-4 victory over Rhode Island in 7 innings last night. Ole Miss is playing host to Missouri State. The Rebels remain undefeated. They defeat Missouri State 11-6 yesterday. Mississippi State also remains undefeated. The Bulldogs with a 9-2 win over Delaware yesterday. Yesterday, Oklahoma defeated Coppin State 22-1 in a 7-inning contest. Missouri, playing down in Fort Myers, Florida, defeated New Haven 12-2 in 7 innings. The Florida Gators defeated Kennesaw State 9-3. Texas A&M blanks Penn 1-0. Texas defeated Michigan State 8-1. Auburn, playing in the event in Arlington at Globe Life Field, defeated Kansas State 5-1. And Arkansas playing host to Xavier this weekend. The Razorbacks defeated Xavier yesterday 5-2. So here are the standings going into today. LSU, Ole Miss, and Mississippi State are all 6-0 on the year. Oklahoma, Tennessee, Texas, and Texas A&M are now 5-0. Alabama and Florida are 5-1. Arkansas, Auburn, Georgia, and Kentucky are 4-1. South Carolina and Vanderbilt are 4-2 on the year. Missouri is 3-2. Jeff, and that's where we stand. A lot of action today. We'll keep you updated as today's game progresses.
And we got another beautiful day here in Jacksonville. Plenty of sunshine, warm temperatures in the 80s. Just an outstanding day for LSU and Notre Dame to play baseball. Tiger fans, all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts are streamed free on the LSU Sports mobile app. Download for free on iOS or Android. The LSU Sports mobile app is presented by BASF. We create chemistry. And LSU Athletics thanks its corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. When we come back, we'll take a look at today's pitching matchup on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
As a full-service industrial contractor, Bartlett Group specializes in maintenance, turnarounds, and capital mechanical projects, refractory, soft crafts, fabrication, and more. Just a few of the companies that Bartlett represents include Excel Scaffold, DECS, Deltec Manufacturing, GMTS, and Precision Refractory. Bartlett boasts the best talent retention record with highly trained and seasoned professionals. Our mission, to deliver first-class service with the best scaffold system and experts. At Bartlett, our strength is our people, driving our growth and success. Choose Bartlett Group, where exceptional is standard.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air conditioning system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Trane is a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Visit TraneSouth.com today to find a Trane dealer near you. It's hard to stop a Trane, but it's easy to afford one. Ask for details.
Here is a look at the game's pitching matchups as the Hub International On Deck show continues on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Capital One is offering checking and savings accounts with no fees or minimums. What's in your wallet? And Tiger fans, do you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac maniac? Prove it at the next home baseball game to win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's One Love. LSU will face one of the top freshman pitchers in the country today. Here's Bill Franquez with more on today's pitching matchup.
Caden Kroll, the freshman lefty, is a starter for Notre Dame. He's a 6'4", 205-pound true freshman from Valparaiso, Indiana. He made his college debut last weekend against Florida Atlantic for the Fighting Irish. And Kroll worked 3 shutout innings, did not allow a hit. He did walk 4, however, and recorded 3 strikeouts. So that was his debut. LSU feels like he's a very talented freshman. In fact, as Jeff alluded to earlier, one of the top freshman left-handed pitchers in the country last year in high school, and a highly prized recruit. And Notre Dame certainly is counting upon him to make a big impact upon their ball club this year. So certainly the lefty will provide a challenge for LSU. As we'll take a quick look at the scouting report on Caden Kroll. Fastball at 90 to 94 miles per hour. He comes out of a 3/4 arm slot. He also throws a slider at 81 to 84 and a changeup at 79 to 81 miles per hour. So Caden Kroll on the hill for Notre Dame. LSU counters with junior right-hander Cooper Moore. Cooper, the transfer from the University of Kansas, gave LSU a brilliant debut last Saturday against Milwaukee. Allowed just 1 run in 6 innings, no walks, and a career-high 11 strikeouts. He surpassed his previous career high, which was 10 when he pitched for Kansas last year in a game against BYU. Moore has a very a repertoire that features a lot of variety. He actually has 6 different pitches in his arsenal. Throws a fastball and a sinker at 90 to 94, a 4-seam fastball, and that sinker, the 2-seam fastball, in the 90 to 94 mile per hour range. That sinker is really his primary fastball, and he complements that sinker with a changeup. The changeup is his best secondary pitch at 81 to 85 miles per hour. But he also can work in a curveball at 76 to 80, a slider at 79 to 83 miles per hour, and a cutter at 84 to 87 miles per hour. So he's brilliant at keeping the ball down in the zone. The only way to beat him is if he makes a mistake and leaves something up. But Cooper was just outstanding last weekend against Milwaukee with no walks, 11 strikeouts, just a sterling LSU debut for the right-hander, the native of Bixby, Oklahoma. So looking forward to this matchup, Jeff. The lefty, Caden Kroll, versus right-hander Cooper Moore, as the Tigers look to extend their win streak to start this 2026 season.
Tigers are 6-0, first time ever that they have started the season 6-0 under head coach Jay Johnson. This LSU baseball moment is brought to you by ES&H, keeping South Louisiana safe, compliant, and strong with expert environmental and safety solutions. Let's take another break. Speaking of Jay Johnson, we'll hear from him next. We'll get his thoughts on yesterday's 14-7 win over Indiana as we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, this is Chef Kevin Belton for People's Health. If you have diabetes, heart failure, or cardiovascular disorder, and you have Medicare, ask about a People's Health Chronic Condition Special Needs Plan. It's a Medicare plan designed to help with the unique needs that go along with these chronic conditions. Call People's Health today. Your benefits could start as early as next month.
Plans are insured through United Healthcare Insurance Company or one of its affiliated companies, a Medicare Advantage organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in the plan depends on the plan's contract renewal with Medicare.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength, power, agility, a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, they bring the full roster. Kick off the season with big savings at the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event.
Toyota is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Experience the drive of the Tiger in a Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads. Find yours today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Check out Albertsons for you on our mobile app or at albertsons.com, where you can shop online and save over $300 weekly with digital coupons. Earn reward points every time you shop in-store or online and redeem your points for free groceries. Download the Albertsons app or go to albertsons.com to start saving. Albertsons, fresh foods, local flavors.
Before the Fighting Tigers take to the field, time to visit with the top Tiger, LSU skipper Jay Johnson. Presented by Hancock Whitney, the official bank and credit card of LSU Athletics. On the Hub International On Deck Show from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Well, Coach Johnson, what a win yesterday, 14-7 over a really good Indiana team. Let's first of all talk about Kason Evans' outing. I mean, he runs into a little trouble there in the third inning, but yet he's able to compose himself and get those 2 strikeouts and really limit the damage to those 3 runs.
Yeah, I thought that was one of the main stories of the game. And as a starting pitcher in college baseball, aluminum bats, facing good teams, you're most often going to have a little bit of adversity in the game. I thought he responded well to it and got us back in the dugout off the field and let the offense take over from there.
And then he really finished off strong as well.
Yeah, no doubt. That's kind of our template for him, is close the first inning against their best hitters, get better as you go, and then close your outing really well. I thought he started off great. I thought he closed his outing great.
A 9-run 8th inning. Just talk about the quality of at-bats. The at-bats throughout the entire game were solid. You probably knew eventually you were going to break through.
Yeah, it was a good performance by the offense yesterday. I think we walked like 14 or 15 times. That's the most I can ever remember any of my teams ever walking in a game. And not only just creating opportunities, but not getting themselves out and really making them get to the heart of the plate. And then when they did, we hit it. And so that was a really good performance all around by the offense yesterday.
Big swing there by Zach York, and I get the feeling that's kind of what we can expect from him. When the moment's big, he's going to come through.
Yeah, he does a great job using his experience. Really does a good job of slowing the game down, which clutch hitters do. Stephen Milam does that really, really well too. So you would expect that, with a guy of his experience, and we're certainly glad to see that early in the season.
How about the day Cade Arambidi had? Gets on base 6 times, and then I thought he had a good game defensively behind the plate, too.
Yeah, he's a really good player. It said continually at some point he'll be the best player on this team or in this program, and showing signs of that. We made a poor base running decision early in the game. We never make the first out at third base, and went on the ball in the dirt. I kind of chewed his butt a little bit, but I love the response to it. He had a really tough travel ball coach named Ray De Leon, so it was nothing that he's not accustomed to, but his performance after that was sensational.
Yeah, it certainly was. And then how about Mason Braun? He doesn't start, but goes 3 for 3, had a big 2-run single in this game, or in yesterday's game. He seems like he's really coming around and settling in.
He's a really good hitter. I mean, it's pretty much that simple. And, like I said with those older guys, he's done a great job or showed a great aptitude for being in control of himself at the plate. And that 2-run single was huge, late to just, kind of put the game completely out of reach. And he's taking a lot of good at-bats early in the season. I'm proud of him.
What do you know about this Notre Dame team?
Caden Kroll, a freshman pitcher, really talented. Probably one of the more talented guys that actually went to college. We need to control the zone on him. He's got great stuff. Struggled with command a little bit last week. Didn't give up any hits, didn't give up any runs, but there was some traffic. So take balls, hit mistakes, get into the bullpen. Cooper Moore, our guy, is going to throw strikes. We know that. So playing defense really important today.
All right, Coach, go get him.
Thank you.
That is LSU baseball coach Jay Johnson. We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups from Jacksonville on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a fourth-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org, the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana in the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Wrapping up the Hub International On Deck show. We are just moments away from first pitch. Time now for the game's starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Build a better workday when you partner with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com.
Sean Stifler and Jay Johnson exchanging lineup cards with the four umpires at home plate. So let's give you the starting lineups for this one. First of all, for Notre Dame, who is the visiting team today, so they'll bat first. Leading off and playing center field, the freshman Drew Berkland. Bino Walters is batting second for Notre Dame and playing left. At catcher, it's Mark Quattrani, a catcher, hitting .462. He's batting third. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot, the third baseman, Parker Brustevich. Batting fifth, Jace Lee, the right fielder. Batting sixth, the shortstop, Noah Coy. The designated hitter for Notre Dame is Chase Vanamade. Vanamede is hitting .250 for the season, batting seventh. Dylan Passo is batting eighth, the first baseman, and Jamie Lee, the second baseman, is batting ninth. And Caden Kroll is the starting pitcher. For LSU, leading off and playing center field, Derek Curiel. Batting second, the shortstop, Stephen Milam. Batting third, the right fielder, Jake Brown. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Zach York. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Cade Arambidi. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Seth Dardar. Omar Cerna gets to start behind the plate, and he is batting seventh. In left field again today, Braden Simpson. Batting eighth, and then batting ninth, the third baseman, Trent Caraway. And on the mound for the Tigers, Cooper Moore, the right-hander, who is 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA. Have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Let's take this final break, and then when we come back, first pitch from Jacksonville on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
17 SEC championships.
One out, bottom of the ninth. Runner at first.
54 NCAA regional and super regional appearances.
Shores comes set, the 0-1.
20 trips to Omaha and the College World Series.
Ground ball towards Dickinson, flips it to Milam.
8 national titles.
The relay to first in time. Tigers win. Tigers win for the second time in 3 seasons and the 8th time in program history. The Fighting Tigers reach the pinnacle. They stand alone atop the mountain. Your LSU LSU Fighting Tigers, the 2025 College Baseball National Champions.
The Powerhouse. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to Jacksonville, Florida, VyStar Ballpark. Day 2 of the Live Like Blue Jack Classic. LSU and Notre Dame set the battle. LSU, the home team today. Cooper Moore has just completed his warm-up tosses, and we are ready for baseball on a beautiful day in Jacksonville. Cooper Moore, the right-handed pitcher, facing Drew Birkland, the leadoff hitter for the Fighting Irish, and we are underway at 11:02 Central Time as strike one pumped in there by Cooper Moore. 1-0 is Cooper after a brilliant start last Saturday where he threw 6 innings, allowing just 1 run, no walks, and struck out 11. The 0-1 to Birkland is outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Birkland off to a slow start, transfer from Minnesota, 2 for 19 so far. With 3 runs scored and RBI, he's walked once and he has struck out 5 times. The 1-1 from Moore is a ground ball right to the shortstop, Milam. He's got it over the first, 1 away. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Defensively for the Tigers today, Braden Simpson in left, Curiel in center, Jake Brown in right, Trent Caraway is at third, Milam's at short, Seth Dardar at second, Zach York's at first, Omar Cerna doing the catching today. Cade Arambidi is in the lineup as a designated hitter. Bino Walters is at the plate now for Notre Dame, and he takes strike one. A left fielder, left-handed hitter, off to a good start, 6 for 20 at the plate with a home run and 3 RBIs. Cooper Moore pitching from the windup, and here comes the 0-1, and that's up and in, 1-1. LSU plays the shift on him defensively, 3 infielders to the right side, with Seth Dardar playing in shallow right field. The outfield plays straight away. 1-1 to count here as Moore rocks and fires. The pitch to Waters is fouled back to the screen.
Waters was 0 for 4 in last night's Notre Dame loss against UCF. Notre Dame was limited to just 2 runs on 7 hits by the UCF staff. UCF won that game in 10 innings, 4-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. In on his hands, a dribbler to the second baseman. Dardar's got to run a long way, has to flip it with his glove, and they get the out at first. Beautiful play by Seth Dardar. I mentioned he was playing in shallow right field and had to run a long way. That was a roller out to second base. Dardar, his only chance there was to flip it with his glove to Zach York at first, and they get the out.
So they're going to review this as Sean Stifler, the Notre Dame head coach, challenged the call at first base. We had a number of lengthy video reviews in yesterday's game. And second batter of the game, we've got one going now as the umpires have gone over to now. They figured this out, Jeff. Yesterday they realized they were having a hard time seeing the monitor with the glare. Now they have looks like a towel or some sort of cover over the monitor. So perhaps they'll be able to get a better view of the play. But again, a very close play. In real time, it looked like Waters may have been safe, but just a tremendous effort by Seth Dardar. As you said, he was playing in the shift and playing a very deep second base in the shallow right field. Had to charge a long way to get to the ball and fielded it and flipped it to first base all in one motion.
Official reviews brought to you by Acme Oyster House. And they're ruling him safe at first base. So an infield single, which was the story of the day for Indiana in yesterday's game. The Hoosiers had 8 hits. 6 of them were infield hits. Probably 5 or 6 of them were infield hits yesterday.
I know at one point when Indiana had, I remember looking at the board when Indiana had 6 hits in the game. 4 of them had been infield hit. They only had 2 of those first 6 hits were hits that left the outfield or left the infield and made it to the outfield.
Mark Quattrani The catcher for Notre Dame, off to a really good start, hitting .462. Man at first, and the pitch is a strike. 1 out, no score. Top of the first here from Jacksonville. The Fighting Irish lost a heartbreaker last night, 4-2 in 10 innings to Central Florida, who LSU will play tomorrow afternoon to wrap up the Live Like Lou Jacks Classic. There's a strike in the upper part of the zone on Quattrani, and he's in the hole here, 0-2. 10-inning defeats where Notre Dame was up 2-0 in the 8th inning. Gave up single runs in the 8th and 9th, and then Central Florida scored 2 in the 10th to win it. The 0-2 just missed off the outside corner, 1-2, and you hear the large contingent of LSU fans. Probably a couple thousand more fans here today, and it's mostly purple and gold here at VyStar Ballpark.
That was a great pitch by Moore. Just didn't get that 0-2 call.
Waters the lead at first, a 1-2 count. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice pitch by Cooper Moore, who had 11 strikeouts last week. That's his first here today. 2 outs now in the first, no score. Now up to the plate for Notre Dame, Parker Brustevich, the cleanup hitter and third baseman for the Fighting Irish. 6 for 16 on the season with an RBI.
Notre Dame coming into this game batting .261 as a team through 4 games.
First pitch to Brustevich is a strike. Notre Dame had 7 hits yesterday. Dylan Passo, their number 8 hitter, hit a home run. The 0-2, short lead there by Waters at second. This one is hit out in the center field. Curiel going back, got room though in front of the warning track, makes the grab, and that ends the first inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, and Notre Dame leaves 1 after a half inning of play from Jacksonville. Notre Dame nothing, LSU coming to the plate on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
Zach Bryan Stadium. Don't miss Zach Bryan live.
And here's Heather with the weather.
Well, it's beautiful out there, sunny and 75, almost a little chilly in the shade. Now, let's get a read on the inside of your car. It is hot. You've only been parked a short time and it's already 99 degrees in there. Let's not leave children in the back seat while running errands. It only takes a few minutes for their body temperatures to rise, and that could be fatal.
Cars get hot fast and can be deadly. Never leave a child in a car. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Now time for your game day weather report, brought to you by AccuTemp. Chance of power outages. Never get a whole home generator from AccuTemp and keep the power in your hands. Another beautiful day in Jacksonville. Really couldn't draw it up any better with temperatures in the mid-80s. Wind not much of a factor today as it was yesterday. We saw a couple of pop-ups that Indiana struggled with, infield pop-ups because of the wind, but it's not whipping as much as it was yesterday. But we're looking at a high temperature possibly approaching 87 degrees before we're done. Right now it's 82 degrees. Tomorrow the weather cooler and there will be a pretty good breeze blowing through here. I know the weather's changing in Baton Rouge tonight as well.
Yeah, it's tonight here in Jacksonville where they're expecting the cold front to come through. The temperatures will be much cooler. Looks like the high is only going to be in the mid-60s tomorrow.
Derek Curiel, the left-handed hitter to face the left-handed starting pitcher for the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, Caden Kroll. Curiel digs into the batter's box, hitting .320, no home runs and 5 RBIs. The first pitch is outside from Kroll. Kroll did not give up a hit or a run in his first start. Notre Dame opened the season by playing Florida Atlantic as the 1-0 is a strike on the outside corner to Curiel, and it's 1-1. But the problem with Kroll in that first game, his first collegiate start, you would imagine quite a bit of jitters there. 53 pitches as the 1-1 pitch is low and outside. 53 pitches in his first start, only 24 of them were strikes, and he walked 4. LSU walked 14 times as a team yesterday.
Tigers had 14 walks, 18 hits, and a hit batsman, 33 base runners.
The 2-1, and that is hit the other way foul, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And to me, the story of the game was just the great at-bats, and eventually, once Indiana got into the depths of their bullpen, LSU really took advantage of it and, of course, had 9 runs in the 8th inning. The 2-2 to Curiel is just outside, and it's 3-2.
Derek's been very good against lefty pitching so far this year. He's 5 for 11, a .455 average against lefties.
He's walked 4 times this season. The 3-2 is just off the outside corner, and he draws a walk. Curiel reaches base. We're in the bottom of the first. No score. Here's Stephen Milam.
Curiel now has reached base safely 4 times this weekend, 2 walks and 2 singles.
Milam is hitting .348, no home runs, 7 RBIs. He had a great day at the plate yesterday, including 3 hits. He also had a walk. First pitch to Milam is a chopper left side of the infield to shortstop. Coy's got a long throw and a nice scoop by the first baseman, Dylan Passo. They get Milam out at first, but Curiel does advance to second safely. Good defensive play by the Fighting Irish.
Excellent play by the shortstop, Coy. Had to go a long way to his right, make a backhanded stop and an off-balance throw, and a great scoop by the Irish first baseman, Passo, to secure the out.
1 out, no score, bottom of the first. Jake Brown, the LSU right fielder, digs in. First pitch to Brown is hit out into left center field. The center fielder, Birkeland, will give way to the left fielder, Waters, who makes the grab. And there are now 2 outs here in the first. Hit into left center field, and it's sliced towards Bino Waters. And that will bring up Zach York with 2 outs. So
York, of course, the hero of yesterday's game. That 3-run homer proved to be the difference as the Tigers went on to the big win.
York hitting .412 early, only 6 games, but he's the leading hitter for the Tigers. First pitch misses low and away to York, who's hitting .412, 7 hits and 17 at-bats, and how about 10 runs as well for the big guy. He's got 3 home runs and 7 ribbies. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. That's a nice one on the outer half. 1-1. Curiel at second. 3 infielders to the right here against the left-handed hitter York. The 1-1 pitch. Changeup in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
So York against lefties this year is 3 for 4. 3 hits and 4 at-bats against southpaws.
1-2 to count here as Kroll comes set, checks Curiel at second. The pitch, check swing. York went around, and he strikes out. Nice job by the freshman left-hander, Caden Kroll. Gives up the leadoff walk, but nothing else as the Tigers leave Curiel at second base. No score after 1 inning of play here from Jacksonville. FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, is proud to be LSU's championship health partner. Together, LSU and Our Lady of the Lake are champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. More from Jacksonville when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Score big with MMR. Join the team at the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, headquartered right here in Baton Rouge. MMR is committed to positioning each team member for success. Whether you're a student seeking an internship, just starting your career, or already a seasoned professional, MMR offers a variety of positions just for you. Get in the game at MMR, where your future is bright. Kick off your career at mmrgrp.com/careers. MMR, a proud partner of LSU Athletics. If you live in Louisiana, you know what the many plants up and down the river mean for our state's economy. And for over 40 years, Action Industries has been committed to providing quality construction, maintenance, operational, and consulting services through the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Jeff Palermo and Bill Franquez back with you, and Alondra Villarreal back at the Capital One studios. We're in the second inning, and the first pitch here by Cooper Moore to the number 5 hitter in the in the Notre Dame lineup is Chase Lee, the right fielder, hitting .385, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. Strike two, as he got a piece of a changeup and it fouled off the body of Omar Cerna. Chase Lee hitting .385, 5 for 13 with a double, a home run, and a couple RBIs.
Like Jake Brown, Cooper Moore was also named earlier this week to the Baseball America National Team of the Week for his performance last Saturday.
Swing and a miss. 3 pitches there by Cooper Moore, and Moore registers his second strikeout of the ball game. 1 out, no score in the second.
He was a second-team All-Big 12 pitcher at Kansas last year. And Jay Johnson said he was a very critical piece of LSU's transfer portal class, and he's certainly demonstrating why so far.
Noah Coy, the shortstop, will take strike one. Coy hitting .250, 3 for 12, 4 RBIs, has 3 walks, and has not struck out this season. Left-handed hitter against the right-handed pitcher, Cooper Moore. Infield straight up here for the Tigers, and that one's fouled off to the left side, and it's 0-2. Join MMR, the largest privately owned open shop electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, and a proud partner of LSU Athletics. Moore ready to go. Here we go. 0-2 pitch, rocks and fires, and he fouls one off towards the Notre Dame dugout on the first base side. We are at ViStar Ballpark, the AAA home of the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, who is the AAA affiliate for the Miami Marlins. 11,000 is the capacity to this ballpark. There is strike 3. Another pitch that was kind of up and in, and Noah Coy took it for strike 3, and Cooper Moore really in a groove here. That is 3 strikeouts.
Jumbo Shrimp were the AAA champions last year in minor league baseball.
Chase Vandermeed, the designated hitter. Jake Berry, former LSU Tiger, big part of that AAA World Series champion. Fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1.
And this event, of course, Live Like Lou Foundation is the title sponsor. Lou, for those of you who don't know, is Lou Gehrig, the great Yankee player who died from ALS. And the Live Like Lou Foundation raises awareness and raises funds for ALS research.
Here's the 0-1, a grounder to York. He's playing well off the base, had to go to his right to field it, flips it over to Cooper Moore, and a very easy 1-2-3 inning here in the second inning. We go to the bottom of the second. No score between LSU and Notre Dame. More coming up from Jacksonville on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Cade Arambidi, the right-handed designated hitter for the Tigers, ready to dig in against Caden Kroll. No score in the bottom of the second, and the first pitch to Arambidi is down and in, 1-0. Arambidi reached base 6 times yesterday. Couple hits, including a double that nearly got out of here down the right field line. There's strike one to Arambidi. 1-1, bottom of the second, no score. But he walked 4 times. LSU as a team walked 14 times. The 1-1 here from Kroll, and that is in there for a strike right down the middle. Jay Johnson thinks that's the most that he's ever had as far as a team that's walked in a game. It's not an LSU record, though. 16 walks LSU has received. That's the record as the 1-2 is in the dirt.
I believe I was there for that record-setting performance.
There's been 3 times that LSU is a team that has walked 16 times.
Yeah.
Mercer back in 1989.
I was there.
The 2-2 pitch. There's strike 3 to Arambidi on the inside corner. Good pitch by Kroll. And what's crazy about it, Bill, I thought it was I'm not, you're very accurate on everything you do.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe this is a misprint because LSU walked 16 times on February 18th, 1989.
Correct.
And then they walked 16 times again on February 19th, 1989.
We did indeed.
That is just miserable to watch.
Consecutive 16 walk outings for the Tigers back then.
Seth Dardar takes one outside, 1-0. And then Florida in 1991 walked LSU 16 times. 1 ball, no strikes. But to see 16 walks in back-to-back games, that one's hit well down the first base line, and it's going to get down. Potentially extra bases. Dardar around first, heading to second, head first slide. He's in there safely as the throw was a little bit off from the right fielder, Jace Lee. And the Tigers have their first hit of the day. No score in the bottom of the second, 1 out for Omar Cerna.
So Chase, I keep calling him Chase Dardar. That's his cousin. Seth Dardar was robbed yesterday of a double when a scalding line drive hit just like that one hit the first base bag, and he was retired at first base. This time, though, he hits it a little bit over to the left in fair territory for a double.
How about the extra base hits that Dardar is already piling up? That's his 4th double to go along with a couple home runs. Omar Cerna now at the plate. He's doing the catching today. Cerna will take one in the dirt, 1-0.
And just for those at home, Chase Dardar was a pitcher here at LSU 20 years ago from the New Orleans area. Chase Dardar and Seth Dardar are cousins, though Seth says they're not closely related. They are distant cousins.
The 1-0 to Cerna, and he took a big hack at it, and he fouled it back into the screen, 1-1. The dimensions here at VyStar Ballpark, you have it 321 down the left field line. It's 317 down the right field line, and then to straightaway center, and then it's about 365 in the gaps. But there's a high wall out in the right field, about 20 feet high, as this one's fouled off to the right side by Cerna. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at second in a no-score game in the second.
Cerna, another true freshman in a very talented LSU freshman class out of Houston, Texas.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch by Kroll in the dirt. Good stop by the catcher, Quattrani. Cerna looks like, at least what we've seen through the first 2 weeks, Bill, will be the guy that will start on Saturday.
Yeah, it worked well last year with the Tigers having Luis Hernandez starting Friday and Sunday and Aaron Beatty on Saturdays.
The 2-2 jammed him, and he fouled it off the front foot, and he's going to hop around a little bit as that one stung Cerna.
So we may see something similar this year with Aaron Beatty now as the primary catcher starting on Friday and Sunday, and Cerna may be cemented into that Saturday role.
I don't think he'll miss a beat too much with these 2 guys.
I mean, both kids from Texas. Aaron Beatty from Tomball, Texas, which is in the Houston area. Cerna from Houston. 2 of the most highly regarded catching prospects in the country in each of their senior years in high school. Yeah, they are definitely a dynamic duo behind the plate.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of the second, no score. Cerna ready again now after fighting off that foul ball off his front foot. Takes a swing and a miss. That was a nasty slider at 82 miles an hour that dove out of the zone. And Kroll, the freshman, gets his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. By the way, that double hit by Dardar, the first hit given up by Kroll, with this being his 2nd start. Here's Braden Simpson, only got 1 at-bat yesterday. His right-handed hitter will face the left-handed pitcher. As soon as Indiana went to right-handed pitcher, Simpson left the game. He'll take strike 1. LSU fans didn't like the call there. Simpson, this is his 4th start, but this is only his 6th at-bat. He's 2 for 5 so far. The 0-1, swing and a miss, more off-speed stuff, and changeup at 80 miles an hour, again, diving out of the zone.
Looking for Braden Simpson to get going here offensively. He had a great career at High Point, especially last season before transferring here to LSU. 22 homers last year.
The 0-2 hits one down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Scoring easily from second is Dardar. Hustling the second is Simpson. He's in there with a stand-up double. And the Tigers take the lead here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 over Notre Dame.
So that's the Braden Simpson that was so great at High Point for 3 seasons before making the transition over here to LSU, as he crushed that mistake. The Kroll left the ball up over the plate, and Simpson takes advantage with a screaming double down the left field line. The Tigers on the board first.
Nice job with a couple strikes on him too, Bill.
Yep.
And we saw that yesterday. We saw some nice 2-strike hitting. Curiel in that 8th inning to start the rally, that 9-run rally, 2-strike hit. Here's Trent Caraway now. 2 outs in the 2nd inning, and LSU leads 1-0 with Simpson now at second, and Dardar in on the double for Simpson. That is his 2nd RBI of the season and his 2nd double. First run given up by Kroll, the freshman. Line drive down the right field line, and that's going to score another run. Down into the corner. Caraway will walk into second base. Back-to-back doubles for the Tigers. 3rd double of the inning, and LSU now leads it 2-0.
Trent Caraway continues to perform very well at the plate in his first 7 games as an LSU Tiger after transferring from Oregon State. For Caraway, that's his 2nd double this season. He now has 11 RBI on the year.
It's just unfair. I said it yesterday, Bill, to have a quality hitter like him batting 9th. It's unfair for the opposing team. Great for LSU, but to have a guy like that, and who knows how long Caraway will stay as the number 9 hitter, but that's very difficult. And Notre Dame now will send out their pitching coach to try to settle down the young freshman left-hander, Caden Kroll. Kroll comes in with, we talked about it, a lot of accolades. The top-ranked left-handed pitcher in the state of Indiana. He was played baseball all 4 years at his high school. He also played basketball as well for 3 years. He's 6'4", ranked 15th as the 15th best left-hander nationally in the class of 2025 by Perfect Game. And his dad, Jim Kroll, he played several years of professional baseball with the Reds, Phillies, Marlins, and Toronto Blue Jays.
He definitely has impressive credentials as a young prospect, but obviously this is the best baseball team he's ever faced as a pitcher.
Derek Curiel now will take one down low. Curiel walked his first time up. LSU leads it 2-0. Bottom of the second, 1-0 count. Caraway at second, and we have 2 outs in the inning. The 1-0 pitch just missed a little bit outside, and it's 2-0.
After the game yesterday, Indiana coach Jeff Duncan said that he can't believe that he'd see a better offensive team the rest of the season than what he saw yesterday from LSU. He said LSU has to be the best offensive club there is.
The 2-0 down low, and it's 3-0 to Curiel. We hit on it a couple times yesterday. The quality at bats that LSU, I mean, you could sit there and say Indiana, 14 walks, but a lot of that is because of how LSU did not swing at balls.
That's right.
The 3-0 to Curiel, that's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1.
Tiger hitters control the strike zone. They don't allow the pitcher to control the strike zone, and that's why you had so many quality at-bats yesterday.
3 balls and 1 strike. Kroll set the pitch. Pop up down the left field line. Foul territory, and it's going to make its way to the berm there, and a couple kids will go chasing after that foul ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 are in as LSU leads it 2-0. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers, and cocktails. Stop by today or order online in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro. Game on. Full count here to Curiel. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was a devastating pitch there. A slider, 81 miles per hour, and Curiel takes it for strike 3. But the Tigers get 3 doubles here in the second. They score 2 runs, and they leave a runner on. After 2 innings of play in Jacksonville, it's LSU 2, Notre Dame nothing on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The original Louisiana hot sauce is proud to be the official hot sauce of your LSU Tigers. And our peppery peppers add so much flavor to your food, it'll taste good on anything, even SEC rivals. Gator? Chomp chomp. Beef? Hook 'em. Pork? Woo. Pig suey. So next time you're enjoying an LSU game, grab the original Louisiana hot sauce. Handcrafted so you can enjoy our rivals too. That's Louisiana Hot. Buy you some.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar. Because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
We head to the top of the 3rd inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. Presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana is proud to be official health insurance of LSU Athletics. Louisiana Blue. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Jeff Palermo, Bill Franquez, and Alondra Villarreal back at the Capital One Studios as LSU's up 2-0 as we move into the 3rd. Cooper Moore has been really good once again, and the first pitch to the number 8 hitter for Notre Dame, Dylan Passo, is low and outside, 1-0.
Paso 1 for 4 in last night's game against UCF here. He hit the home run for Notre Dame.
Swing and a miss on a changeup at 81 miles per hour. And Paso, the first baseman, unable to make contact there.
That homer last night was his first of the season. Notre Dame has hit 3 as a team.
The 1-1 to Paso got a piece of it, fouled it off the glove of Cerna, and it's 1-2. Moore. It's back up on the rubber. Infield and outfield straight away here. The 1-2 pitch. No outs in the third. LSU leading 2-0. Moore's pitch. Up, and it's 2-2.
Moore got through the first 2 innings with just 22 pitches.
Yesterday we saw Case and Evans, cruise through the first 2 innings, but got into some trouble in the third. The 2-2 just inside, 3-2. Walks were part of the problem, but really impressed on how Case and Evans, even though he gave up 3 runs, it could have been a lot worse. He struck out the last 2 hitters of that inning. The 3-2 pitch, strike 3 on the outside corner. That's the 4th strikeout of the afternoon for Cooper Moore.
Oh, you're absolutely right about Case and Evans. He recovered after a difficult third inning, victimized by those walks, also by a little bit of bad luck. But he came back in the 4th and 5th innings and was dominant. And obviously was a huge reason why LSU won the game.
Jamie Z now, a freshman who was big-time prospect out of the state of New Jersey, comes up to the plate. He chops one to Stephen Milam at short. He handles it, throws the first, quickly 2 down here in the third with LSU leading 2-0. Toyota Summer starts here. Sales events is on now. Start your summer right now. In an exciting new Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com. Two 2-0 LSU. Back to the top of the order for Notre Dame. Strike 1 to Drew Berkland, who was actually trying to get out of the way of that pitch, but it ended up hitting the inside corner. And now this is, I think you see this sometimes with Jay Johnson, when you get 2 outs quickly, the manager or head coach will call timeout just to slow things up a little bit. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. LSU's got 3 hits. Base hits for LSU brought to you by Bengal Pro Exterminators. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Looks like that meeting was conducted by assistant coach Ryan Munger. Munger must be in charge of the offense for the Irish. That first curveball from Moore was devastating. Had Berkland backing away.
Berkland, a key addition to this team, 4-year player at the University of Minnesota. 0-1 pitch, nobody on, 2 outs. Got a piece of it there, and it's 0-2.
Head coach Sean Stifler is in his 4th season here at Notre Dame. The previous head coach, Link Jarrett, led the Irish to the 2022 College World Series. Then he left Notre Dame to become the head coach at Florida State.
Link Jarrett won a bunch of games at Notre Dame. The 0-2 pitch, little roller, knocked down by the pitcher Moore. He's got to field it, picked it up off the grass and throws to first, and they get the outs. Another 1-2-3 inning for Moore, who now has retired 8 in a row. We go to the bottom of the third from Jacksonville. LSU up 2-0 over the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
In Baton Rouge, locals don't just love their home. They love sharing it. Discover a city where culture is abundant, hospitality comes naturally, and the best spots are never kept secret. With the vibrancy of a big city and the ease of a weekend getaway, Baton Rouge invites you to slow down, savor, or soak it all in. Find your pace at visitbatonrouge.com.
In the SEC, it just means more. But what is it exactly? It's the fans, the students, the traditions, the legends. It's passion to celebrate deeper, reach farther, think smarter, make an impact off the field. It's that intangible thing that happens when 16 schools raise the bar as one. Because in the SEC, it just means more.
Half of the world's population depends on rice for 80% of their daily food needs. By 2050, population growth could increase rice demand by 30%. But as climate changes, rice output is decreasing. At LSU, we're using genetics, genomics, and AI to create new rice that yields more with less resources. We're not just feeding the hungry, we're growing a better future.
The bottom of the third inning of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball is presented by Bengal Pest Products. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal.
Hey, Tiger Baseball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of the home run celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling baseball tickets, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. Stephen Milam will lead it off for the Tigers in the bottom of the third. LSU up 2-0 after scoring 2 runs in the second. They got 3 hits on the afternoon. Milam takes the first pitch for a ball, a little bit high from Caden Kroll, the freshman left-hander. Kroll threw 3 innings in his first start last weekend. And there are a couple pitchers starting to move to the bullpen. That one clips the left foot of Milam, and he'll head over the first as that's a hit batsman. Kroll really struggled with command his first time out last week with the 4 walks. Today, he's only given up 1 walk and now a hit batsman as the leadoff man aboard here for the Tigers.
He had to throw 36 pitches to get through the first 2 innings and leads off the third here with a hit batter.
Jake Brown still looking for his first hit in Jacksonville. Notre Dame looking to turn 2. This one slugged out into right field. It's going to fall in front of the right fielder, Jace Lee. Milam will have to stop at second. Jake Brown with the base hit, and the first 2 runners aboard here in the third. And there will be a little more of a sense of urgency in that Notre Dame bullpen to get a reliever up, as the Tigers now have 4 hits on the afternoon.
Second straight plate appearance in which Jake Brown has swung at the first pitch. In his first plate appearance, he hit it well the opposite way, but the left fielder for Notre Dame, Waters, was able to make the play. This time he swings at the first pitch and drives it, pulls it into right field in front of Lee. The Tigers have another scoring threat.
Another base hit brought to you by Bengal Pro Exterminators. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal. Zach York to the plate, struck out his first time up. Runners at first and second, nobody out in the third. LSU up 2-0 as that one misses low and away from Kroll. The outfield, especially the center fielder Birkland, playing deep and shaded to the left. 3 infielders on the right side. The 1-0 to York, hits one to the second baseman. He's got a range far to his right. All he can do is knock it down in shallow right center field. And the bases are loaded. That will go down as a hit. 5 hits now. Another Bengal Pro Exterminators base hit. And the floodgates may be opening here in the third inning. LSU up 2-0. Nobody out. Bases packed with Tigers.
Tigers off to a very strong offensive start against the freshman Caden Kroll. There is a right-hander just beginning to throw his warm-up tosses in the Irish bullpen. That appears to be Garrett Snyder, who's also a freshman.
He just started warming up, so the catcher, Mark Quattrani, will go out and have a few words here for Caden Kroll. And welcome to college baseball, Caden. Bases loaded here in the third with nobody out. And Cade Arambidi up at the plate.
This is a very young Notre Dame team. Their entire starting lineup today was composed of freshmen and sophomores, with the exception of the catcher, Quattrani, who is a junior.
Some of those are wrong, because like Berkland's been around for 4 years.
No, you're right. You're right.
But yeah, so.
That's what I get for trusting that lineup sheet.
Yeah, it caught me early when I was doing the lineups in the pregame. Cade Arambidi struck out his last time up as he takes one down low, 1-0. Let's take a look at today's recipe for success, brought to you by BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, the official catering service of LSU Athletics. LSU had a bunch of runners on base yesterday and left a bunch of guys on base as the 1-0 pitch just misses outside, 2-0. LSU on the day ended up leaving 15 runners on base. You hope you can cash in a little bit more here in this game, even though LSU scored 14 runs. Popped it up, foul territory. It's going to stay in play. The first baseman, Dylan Passo, will make the grab, infield fly roll. So a big out there by Caden Kroll, getting Cade Arambidi to pop out. And Arambidi, I can tell just the look on his face, he's steamed there. You hate to miss an opportunity with the bases loaded. A big first out here for Notre Dame as they trail it 2-0.
So looking at the Notre Dame roster one more time to make sure it's accurate, 7 of the 9 starters today are either freshmen or sophomores. The only exceptions are Birkland and Quitrani.
Those are 2 transfer players, and for whatever reason here they list them as freshmen, right? Yeah, they got Quitrani as a junior.
Yeah, I think that is correct. Quitrani is a junior. But yeah, Birkland is in fact a grad student, as you said, from Minnesota.
Quitrani is a transfer from Cornell. The 1-0 pitch slug, and it's a base hit for Seth Dardar. Dardar is going to bring home 1. They'll play station-to-station baseball here. The ball gets away a little bit in the infield, but finally gets to the catcher, Quitrani. But a big day so far for Seth Dardar. He doubled in the second and scored, and here he drives in a run as he rips one out into right field, and the Tigers lead it 3-0.
The ball was hit so hard and got to Lee in right field so quickly that third base coach Josh Jordan had to hold Jake Brown at third base. And we know Jake is an excellent runner, but the velocity on that base hit prevented the Tigers from adding another run.
9th RBI of the season for Dardar. Here's Omar Cerna, a big swing and a miss. Struck out his first time. Notre Dame trying to turn 2 to get out of this inning. They trail it 3-0. The Tigers are now up to 6 hits. Bengal Pro Exterminator, base hits guaranteed overnight. Extermination with Bengal. Kroll looked like he was retying a knot on his glove, or tying up a couple of strings on his glove. Now he's ready. The right-hander warming up in the Notre Dame bullpen. Fouled off to the right side. Cerna in the hole here, 0-2. Bases are loaded. Brown is at third. York is at second. Dardar is at first. 0-2 count here to Omar Cerna.
Cerna's got 2 hits on the year, including a double.
He's 2 for 10 on the season. The 0-2 pitch. Hits one the other way. That's going to fall in there for another base hit for the Tigers. And they continue to play station-to-station baseball. Another great 2-strike approach there from an LSU hitter as Cerna hits one out into right field the other way. 3 RBIs on the season for Cerna. And it's now 4-0 LSU here in the third.
Although he's only a true freshman, Cerna looked like a veteran hitter that time. Down 0-2 in the count to Kroll. He goes the opposite way with a pitch on the outside portion of the plate, and he drives home another run.
Braden Simpson will come up to the batter's box. RBI double in the second, and now I think we're going to see a pitching change, and you wonder if they do bring in a right-hander, will Simpson stay in the game to face him?
This appears to be the Notre Dame pitching coach. I believe that's Lucas Jones making his way out to the mound right now.
Very slow walk. The right-handed pitcher who has been warming up is just standing on the temporary mound that they have here down the left field and right field lines. They're still building the bullpens beyond the left field wall. The stadium opened in 2003. In the last couple of years, they've been doing some renovations to it, including new seats. The big crowd that's on hand here today, sitting in new seats. The turf here is brand new, and that will be the day for Caden Kroll as they finally announced the pitching change. Pitching change are powered by Sunshine. Need a game-changing upgrade? Trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, to keep your home turf in tip-top shape. Notre Dame brings in a right-hander. How will Jay Johnson respond to that? We'll find out when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trust isn't given, It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Garrett Snyder is the new Notre Dame pitcher. He comes in with the bases loaded. LSU's already scored twice here in the third, and they lead it 4-0.
Garrett Snyder, also a freshman, like Caden Kroll. He pitches from the right side, 6'5", 232 pounds.
He will face Braden Simpson. Simpson stays in the game. The right-handed hitter takes strike one. Simpson had an RBI double his last time up.
Kroll went 2 1/3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits, walked 1, struck out 4 through 49 pitches.
Pitch by Snyder, off-speed pitch, strike at the knees. That was a good one. 0-2 here to Braden Simpson.
Of course, Kroll is still responsible for all 3 Tiger runners on base right now.
1 out. We're in the bottom of the third, 4-0 LSU. Snyder takes a look at the runner at second. Here's the 0-2 fastball that just missed off the outside corner at 92 miles an hour, and it's 1-2.
Snyder making his second appearance this season. He's only pitched a third of an inning with 1 strikeout in his prior appearance.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hit well down the left field line, but hooking foul. 4th-ranked right-handed pitcher out of the state of Connecticut, according to Perfect Game. And he's a big dude, 6'5", 232 pounds. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Simpson trying to make something happen. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt, 2-2.
And the Notre Dame pitching coach who made the change, by the way, was Seth Volz. Volz serves as the pitching coach for head coach Sean Stifler.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Snyder set. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that misses low and away, and a good at-bat here by Braden Simpson as he's been able to work a full count.
Yeah, again, it was great to see Simpson come through with that RBI double in his last time up. He's a guy who can really do some damage once he gets going.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Snyder brings it. Missed way outside and down low. Ball 4, and Simpson has his second RBI of the day. A bases loaded walk, and the Tigers now lead at 5-0 in the bottom of the third, and they're still just 1 out.
Tigers with a 9-run inning in yesterday's win over Indiana, and in which they sent 13 men to the plate. Caraway will be the 8th man to the plate here in this third inning.
It all started with Milam getting hit by a pitch. Here's Trent Caraway, who had an RBI double his first time up. That one's in the dirt, 1-0. Following up that hit batsman, Jake Brown had a single. Zach York had a single. Seth Dardar had a single. And Omar Cerna had a single. So 4 hits, a walk, and a hit batsman here in the bottom of the third, and LSU leads it 5-0. Foul back to the screen. A healthy cut by Caraway, and it's 1-1. 5 runs, 7 hits for the Tigers. No runs and a hit for Notre Dame.
Caraway has raised his average now to 429, 9 hits and 21 at-bats. 2 doubles, including 1 today, and 11 RBI.
He already has a grand slam this season. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch by Snyder. In on him, ground ball down the third base line and just foul. And it's now 1 ball, And 2 strikes here to the Tiger third baseman. When the Tigers win, you win. Enter promo code LSU50 the day after an LSU baseball win to receive 50% off on your online pizza order at papajohns.com. Better ingredients, better pizza at Papa John's. The 1-2 missed. I think just inside. It was close, 2-2.
Good take that time by Caraway. These Tiger hitters are extremely selective. They rarely swing outside of the strike zone.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch by Snyder. That's called strike 3 on the inside corner. Caraway will go back to the third base dugout, shaking his head. Big strike out there for Snyder. There's now 2 away here in the third. 3 runs have already scored, and Derek Curiel, who has walked and struck out in this game, will hit for the 3rd time today, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Curiel facing a right-hander for the first time in today's game. Although he hasn't had a whole lot of success against right-handers so far this season.
The pitch by Snyder, low and in, and it's 1-0. Mentioned it about a half inning ago. The previous coach at Notre Dame, Link Jarrett, is now at Florida State. He had a winning percentage here of .729. He went 86-32 at Notre Dame. 1-0. Ground ball to the first baseman. Should be an easy play. He kind of mishandled it, was pass on, but he flips it over to Snyder, who covers the bag to get the 3rd and final outs here in the 3rd inning. But the Tigers score 3 more times on 4 hits, and they leave the bases loaded through 3. LSU leads at 5-0 over Notre Dame on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Something new is happening at Cox. Now the price of your Cox internet and mobile plan won't go up for 3 years, and Wi-Fi equipment is included. So no frustrating price changes, just a lot more of what you want, like a pizza with extra pineapple. Yikes. Okay, let's stick with something everyone wants. No price changes on your plan, guaranteed. Learn more at cox.com/value. Must have at least 500 megabits per second speeds and Cox Unlimited mobile. Taxes and fees excluded from price guarantee. Mobile data speeds reduced after 20 gigs usage per month.
Hey, Tiger fans, there's nothing quite like game day at the box. To add to the excitement at the ballpark, enjoy our all-beef 44 Farms Tiger Dogs. The finest dogs in the land because they are made of all-natural Angus beef. To learn more, please visit them at 44steaks.com. That's 44steaks.com. 44 Farms, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Celebrate Carnival this season with the Mardi Gras games from the lottery. Hop in that second line and grab the balloon doubler. Win up to $2,000. Unmask your fortune and play Masquerade Money. Win up to $13,000. Scratch your way to the crown and play Royal Bingo. Top prize is a whopping $30,000. Play Cash is King, an all-new fast play game for a chance to win a cool $10,000. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
The top of the 4th inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your 4s up.
LSU's got 5 on the board. 5-0 over the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. Jeff Palermo, Bill Francis, and Alondra Villarreal back at the Capital One studios. Cooper Moore set to begin his 4th inning of work. The Tigers' right-hander has been really good. Just 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. 5-0 LSU leading. 2, 3, and 4 for the Fighting Irish here in the 4th. Bino Waters will take strike 1. He singled. He's got the lone hit off of Cooper Moore. Back in the 1st, a freshman All-American who hit 984 OPS last year. 984 OPS. The 0-1. Good cut, fouled it back into the screen, and he's in the hole 0-2. He had more walks than strikeouts last year, 32-26, but you look at his stats this year, he has 0 walks and 6 strikeouts. So a little bit different of a season so far for Waters. 3 infielders to the right side for LSU. The 0-2 just missed inside, and it's 1-2. Waters is from Rochester Hills, Michigan. Left-handed hitter.
32 pitches for Cooper Moore through the first 3 innings against the Irish.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Hit out in the center field. Curiel, a few steps back. This one is playable well in front of the warning track out in left center field, and there is one out here in the fourth. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Jeff Palermo, Bill Franquez, Alondra Villarreal, and now it's the number 3 hitter in the Notre Dame lineup, Mark Quitrani, a transfer from Cornell, struck out his first time up. Windup and the pitch by Moore is a strike on the outer half. And it's 0-1. The success that LSU has had with transfer pitchers under Jay Johnson, it's been very impressive, especially starting transfer pitchers. The 0-1 fouled off. Of course, Ty Floyd and
Now Ty Floyd wasn't a transfer.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Gage Jump, Anthony Ianson, Paul Skeens, obviously.
Yeah. Thatcher Hurd was a big part of that 2023 national championship team.
I don't know why I said Ty Floyd.
Yeah, it's okay.
The 0-2 pitch. Of course, Luke Holman, line drive back up the middle for a base hit as Moore had a duck out of the way of that one. Nice piece of hitting by Quitrani, who came in hitting .462. That is his 7th hit of the season, 7 of 15 now at the plate. One out single here for Notre Dame. They're down 5-0 in the fourth.
But you're right, Paul Skeens, Thatcher Hurd, and a guy who wasn't a starting pitcher but was a tremendous asset to the Tigers as a reliever, Riley Cooper, who transferred to LSU from Arizona following Jay Johnson. Cooper, a big reason why LSU won that College World Series title in '23. He was brilliant in Omaha.
Here's Parker Brustevich, the third baseman, flew out to center field his first time up. Quitrani to lead over at first, fouled off into the screen. 0-1.
But yeah, man, Luke Holman and Gage Jump in 2024, and then last year, naturally, Anthony Ianson. If not for Kate Anderson, Anthony Ianson would have been regarded the best pitcher in the country last year.
To have two pitchers finish 1-3 in strikeouts nationally. Kate Anderson 1, Ianson 3. That one's low and away, and it's 1-1. That's tough to duplicate, and that was one of the big question marks for this LSU team. Is it's hard to duplicate success like that. Just like in 2023 to have the top 2 picks in the 2023 draft, you got to figure out a different way to win. And this year's team, here's a chopper to the left side. Caraway fields at the third baseman. They get the out at second. It was hit too slowly to turn 2, so they get just the out at second on the fielder's choice. 2 outs here in the fourth with LSU leading 5-0. So to me, the theme, the hallmark of this team early on through 6 games is the depth.
Yes.
That's what is the big characteristic of this team.
Yep. Yeah. Here we almost forget that one of LSU's best players hasn't played since last Saturday, and that's Chris Stanfield. And LSU has, fortunately, tremendous depth to replace a player of the quality of Stanfield.
Chase Lee takes strike 1. LSU now, when you go back to last season, they've won 14 in a row. 6-0 to start 2026. First time LSU has started 6-0 under Jay Johnson. The 0-1. Strike on the outside corner. They started 5-0 last year and then had that tough loss against Omaha where they nearly rallied. They were down 5-0 if I remember right. And then they rallied back and had a chance to win it in the bottom of the 9th and came up a little short, but won the next game. It was a doubleheader. Here's the 0-2 ground ball to the shortstop, Milam. Charges it, throws to first. They get the out. They won that second game. That's the final out of the inning. They won the second game 12-1, and Jay Johnson loved the response of that team, and that was a characteristic of the 2025 team. They always seem to come back after a tough loss. LSU cruising so far in this one, 5-0 as we go to the bottom of the fourth on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit lsumkc.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Every Tiger knows it's not just about where you are, it's about how you play the game. At LSU Online, we bring that same grit and greatness to your education. Whether you're watching from Baton Rouge or beyond, you can earn your degree on your time from anywhere. Flexible, online, built for Tiger Nation. Visit online.lsu.edu and win where you are. Champions make plays on the field and in life. With LSU Online, you can keep your career moving, earn your degree, and still run your own game plan. Learn anytime from anywhere and take the next step toward your goal line. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
The bottom of the fourth inning, presented by Dudley DeBosier Injury Lawyers. Throw your fours up.
Bottom of the fourth, and LSU's leading at 5-0. The Tigers will have their 2, 3, and 4 hitters. The meat of the order, presented by 44 Farms, will be Milam, Jake Brown, and Zach York. LSU scored 3 runs in the third after scoring 2 runs in the second. If they continue to pattern, that means a 4-run inning is coming up here, Bill. Scored 9 runs in the 8th inning yesterday. Milam was hit by a pitch in the third to get things started. Hits a ground ball to the right side. The second baseman for Notre Dame, Jamie Z, will throw out Milam as he moved to his left. 1 pitch, 1 out. Garrett Snyder, still the pitcher here for Notre Dame, as he came in relief of the starter, Caden Kroll. Dudley DeBosier stands up for the purple and gold and fights for Tiger fans all across Louisiana. Dudley DeBosier, proud to be an official partner of LSU Athletics. LSU won 14-7 yesterday. They lead at 5-0 with 1 out here in the fourth. And Jake Brown, who got his first hit of the weekend, last time up, is at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. Brown hitting .414. Takes the one inside, and he's ahead in the count 2-0.
You're right about the Tigers' offensive performance so far this weekend, Jeff. The Tigers have now scored 19 runs on 25 hits in 2 games.
The 2-0 pitch just missed a little offside, 3-0. It's been outstanding. Indiana they've realized they've went up probably up against one of the best offenses in the country. This one's hit out into right field. Does it get down? And it does. A base hit for Brown right in front of the right fielder, J.C. Lee. A 1-out single for Jake. He's now 2 for 3. And here comes Zach York, who's 1 for 2.
Jake Brown did not have a hit in yesterday's game, ending his 5-game hit streak to start the season, but he's already produced singles in back-to-back plate appearances here this afternoon.
Had a feeling Brown would get a couple of hits, because you hold a guy like that to an offer, you know he's going to bounce back the next game. Zach York, as I just mentioned, 1 for 2. Average up to .421. The OPS, 1495. That's really good in case you don't understand OPS statistic.
On base plus slugging, correct?
Yes. So he's slugging and he's getting on base.
That's all you can ask for.
Especially from your cleanup hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. 8 hits now for the Tigers. 5 runs on 8 hits. Throw over the first. Brown back, standing up. We're in the fourth, 1 out, 5-0 LSU. 3 infielders to the right side against the left-hander, Zach York. The 1-0. Missed a little outside, and it's 2-0. Notre Dame started its season winning 2 out of 3 from Florida Atlantic. Tough loss last night to Central Florida. They play in the ACC. That one's fouled back to the screen. Picked to finish 12th in the ACC, but you never know in a conference like that. And this is a team that really finished the season strong last year after not making the NCAA baseball regionals. They've won 16 of their last 20, but came up a little short when it came to getting into the NCAA tournament. They finished with a losing record in the ACC, 14-16. They went 32-21 overall. 2 balls and 1 strike to Zach York. 1 out. Another throw to first. Brown back. Head first slide. No tag applied.
We mentioned that 2022 Notre Dame team that went to the College World Series. They beat Tennessee in Knoxville in a super regional to get there. That might have been Tennessee's best team, even better than the one that won the national championship.
There's a strike on the outside corner. For that weekend, LSU baseball fans were big Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans.
That's right. And, of course, our former coach, Paul Maneri, also coached at Notre Dame and led the Irish to the World Series back in 2002. And Coach Maneri had great success with the Irish.
Yes, he did. That one just misses to Zach York. Paul Maneri's winning percentage at Notre Dame was .714. He won 533 games. That's the second most in Notre Dame history as far as head coaches go. Jake Klein had the most with 558. The 3-2 to York. High fly ball, deep right center field. It's playable for someone if someone can get to it. The right fielder moving over into right center field. Chase Lee gets to it. And there's 2 outs.
Garrett Snyder, the right-handed reliever, has done a nice job at stabilizing the game a little bit for Notre Dame.
Yesterday, go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
As he allowed the leadoff walk to Simpson, but and he's allowed the single to Brown, but otherwise he's kept the Tigers' bats relatively quiet. Notre Dame trying to stay in this game, down 5.
5-0, 2 outs, still a man at first here in the bottom of the 4th. Another throw over the first. Brown back standing up as he's getting his workout in is Jake Brown. As they're keeping a close eye on Brown, who does have a stolen base this season. He's got a decent lead over at first with the right-handed pitcher Garrett Snyder now set. First pitch to Aaron Beatty is a strike on the inside corner. Aaron Beatty reached base 6 times yesterday. 2 for 2 with 4 walks. He's 0 for 2 today. Jack Riddell, the big Friday night starter for Notre Dame, was outstanding last night. He went perfect through 6 innings. The 0-1, that's down in the dirt, 1-1. They lifted him, though. He ended up throwing just 68 pitches, and they took him out. And then Notre Dame ended up losing a 2-run lead as UCF scored 1 run in the 8th, 1 in the 9th, and 2 in the 10th to beat Notre Dame 4-2. Brown takes off. Fly ball into deep center field. Going back is Berkland at the warning track. Still going back. It's gone. Home run. Cade Aaron Beatty. A 2-run blast, and the Tigers lead it by a touchdown again. 7-0.
Cade Aaron Beatty, the sophomore from Tomball, Texas, with his 2nd home run of the season. Now has 7 RBI. Cade now with 5 extra base hits, 2 homers and 3 doubles. And what a power source from the catcher playing DH today.
Beautiful swing by Cade Aaron Beatty. Hit it off the batter's eye, straight away center field. So well over 400 feet that ball traveled. 2nd home run of the weekend for the Tigers. Aaron Beatty up to 7 RBIs after his 2nd home run of the season. And here's Seth Dardar, who's already had a good day. 2 for 2. He takes strike 1. There is 2 outs here in this inning. And LSU has scored again. 2 runs in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, and now 2 here in the 4th. 7 runs on 9 hits for LSU. That one misses down and in, and it's 1-1 to Seth Dardar. LSU home runs brought to you by LSU Online. Rounding the bases, chasing goals, and winning on your schedule. LSU Online. Win where you are. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dardar. Check swing on a pitch low and in. They appeal to the third base umpire, Brian Hale, who says he did not swing. Danny Cricks, by the way, is calling balls and strikes. Adam Clark is over at first. Jason Bradley at second. 3 infielders to the right side here for Notre Dame. Outfield playing deep. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Foul ball, and it's 2-2. So he tapped one foul.
Seth Dardar played against LSU in one of these peak events last year. He was on the Kansas State team that LSU faced in Frisco, Texas.
Hit a big home run.
Also hit a double that appeared to win the game for Kansas State, but LSU had threw a runner out at the plate.
Great relay there. That ball was in the dirt on the 2-2 pitch, and Dardar strikes out. Yeah, great relay. I think that was Pearson out in the left, and he threw it to Milam, and they got the runner out at the plate. Great tag by Luis Hernandez.
Yep.
As LSU beat Kansas State last year in Frisco. LSU on its way to beating Notre Dame. They're up by 7-0 over the Fighting Irish after Dardar strikes out. We head to the 5th here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
For the number you gotta dial. Life throws you a curve, you know it, deadly devotion goes the extra mile. Throw your fours up, there's a number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up, deadly devotion goes the extra mile. For the number you gotta dial. Throw your fours up.
Baton Rouge isn't just the capital of Louisiana, it's the capital of college baseball. The fans, the players, the entire atmosphere. When it comes to baseball season, there's no better place than Baton Rouge. And the fun extends beyond the box, with plenty to do off campus. Explore some of Baton Rouge's best fights, visit our incredible museums, and enjoy the sweet sounds of swamp blues, born right here in Louisiana's capital city. Check out visitbatonrouge.com for more things to do on your next trip.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Back here in Jacksonville, top of the 5th inning, LSU leading Notre Dame 7-0. Cooper Moore back out on the hill for his 5th inning of work.
He will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Notre Dame. And the first pitch is a beautiful breaking ball in there for a strike to Noah Coy, who struck out in the second. Cooper Moore, 4 strikeouts today after striking out 11 in his LSU debut, the 0-1. Fastball that just misses a little bit high, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Gorgeous day here in Jacksonville. Hopefully it doesn't get too chilly tomorrow. 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul ball down the first base line, a little bit of a roller, and it's now 1-2 to Noah Coy.
As we discussed yesterday, one of the reasons Coach Johnson wanted to play in this event, he liked the chances of warmer weather, and he certainly had it these first 2 days. So it's going to drop a bit tomorrow. We're expecting the temps to be in somewhere in the 60s, mid to upper 60s.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. This one is hit well out into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Jake Brown will cut it off. Big turn there by Noah Coy, the Notre Dame shortstop, who leads off the 5th inning with a single. That's the 3rd hit of the afternoon for Notre Dame.
And the first time in this game, the Irish have the leadoff man on base against Cooper Moore.
Yeah, this tournament put on by D1 Baseball and Peak Events, and LSU has signed up to play several more of these events over the years. Jay Johnson said Wednesday was a deal they really couldn't turn down. And these events are spread around the country from Jacksonville to Las Vegas. 2 in Texas, Frisco, Arlington, Frisco.
And Round Rock.
And there's going to be a softball tournament next year in Sarasota.
Yeah.
New turf here at ViStar Ballpark that's about a month old, and they've been really doing a lot of manicuring, especially around first base. You can still see the seams where they've laid the turf down, so this is the first time this field has been played on. Pitches inside here to the designated hitter, Chase Vandermeed, who grounded out his first time up.
Cooper Moore is at 50 pitches right now.
1 ball, no strikes, no outs. LSU up 7-0 in the 5th. Coy's got the lead off at first. It's a good lead over there. Swing and a miss on an off-speed changeup, 82 miles an hour. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike to Chase Vandermeed. Vandermeed 1 for 5 on the season. Tall right-handed hitter, has an open stance. He wiggles that bat. Slugs one down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's trouble, but it's just foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes, just a loud strike. It's the game everyone loves to play. Play Scrabble Scratch. Scrabble Scratch off from the lottery went up to $50,000. Pick up Scrabble Scratch off today. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
First reliever in the game for the Tigers may be Marcos Paz. He's down in the bullpen right now, just stretching his legs.
1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch up and in to the big right-handed hitter, Vandermeed, and it's 2-2.
Moore went 6 innings yesterday. I'm sure LSU would like to extend them as much as they can, but it is still early in the season.
Plan is to try to get these guys to 90 pitches if they can. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's up a little bit high, and it's 3-2. Yesterday, Kason Evans ended up throwing 80 pitches, and he had to work for it because of that 3rd inning. It kind of went sideways on him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner at first takes off, ball 4. Was low and away, so Notre Dame starting to fight back here a little bit, down 7-0. They got the first 2 runners aboard here in the 5th. The infield will come together here and settle down Cooper Moore. Let's see if Nate Yeske will stay in the dugout, so he will not. This is a players-only meeting behind the pitcher's mound.
The first walk allowed this season by Cooper Moore.
And that was one of the things that LSU really loved about him as far as what he did at Kansas last year was very few walks. I think it was only in the teens, Bill.
Yep, that's right. He is always around the plate. Running into his first difficulty in this game. Marcos Paz is down there, the right-hander. Ethan Plog, the lefty, also beginning to stretch in the LSU pen.
Dylan Passo will take ball 1. As Cooper Moore in his first trouble here in this game. LSU's up 7-0. See if he can wiggle his way out of this. The 1-0 pitch hit out in the center field. Curiel coming in. He'll be able to make the grab, and there's 1 out. Nice job there as they get the number 8 hitter in the Notre Dame lineup to fly out to center field. Passo is now 0 for 2 today. There's 1 out. Runners at first and second, and Notre Dame's down 7-0 in the 5th.
Big out there for Cooper Moore after the first 2 Notre Dame runners reach base.
32 walks last season. No, check that. 32 walks in his career at Kansas. 19 walks last season in 88 2/3 innings for Moore as a Kansas Jayhawk. Jamie Z will take strike 1, the number 9 hitter. Off to a bit of a slow start. 2 for 11. He grounded out to short. LSU's infield swung around to the left. Zach York is way off the first base line with the right-handed hitter. Strike 2. It's Cooper Moore trying to battle through this. Z hit only .208 last year. and is off to a slow start, as I just mentioned. Again this year. That one just missed outside. And it's 1-2 here to the Notre Dame second baseman from Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey. The 1-2. Right down the middle for strike 3. Big pitch there by Cooper Moore. 5th strikeout of the afternoon. 2 away here in the 5th.
What a recovery so far by Moore as Coy singles, Vandermeed walks, but he gets Paso to fly weakly to center and a strikeout of Z, and Moore with a chance now to get out of this unscathed.
92-mile-an-hour sinker there by Cooper Moore. Back to the top of the order for Notre Dame. Down 7-0, 2 outs, runners at first and second. Drew Birkland has been quiet, 0 for 2 today. And Birkland takes strike 1. Birkland now 2 for 21 to start the 2026 season. That was another sinker thrown by Moore at 93. The 0-1 in on his hands, weak little foul ball. 0-2. So much bigger crowd here on this Saturday afternoon. And it's pretty much all purple and gold.
Yeah, it's yesterday we had a great crowd, and both the players and coaches and Coach Johnson commented after the game. It literally felt like a home game for LSU. And it definitely does today as well.
The 0-2, a little bit of a check swing. The crowd really helped the Tigers when they got down 5-4 to Indiana in the 8th inning. As soon as Curiel got on base, you just kind of felt the momentum right there. I don't know if anybody predicted a 9-run 8th inning, but you had a feeling that they were going to break through. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball left side. Milam can't stop it as it trickles out in the left field. There could be a play at the plate. The throw from Simpson from left. The tag applied, but not able to hang on to it with Cerna. And then Notre Dame ends up with runners at first and third. Oh, so close on so many chances there. Nearly stopping the ball from going into the outfield was Milam, and then Cerna just couldn't hang on to the tag. It was an acrobatic play there by Cerna. But give credit to Notre Dame. They ran the base as well, and they get the key 2-out hit for the RBI.
A great effort that time by Cerna. He had to leap up into the air to try to field the throw and apply the tag all in one motion as the base runner was sliding past him. He nearly accomplished it, but just could not hold on to the baseball. And now Nate Yeskie, the Tigers pitching coach, will make a visit to the mound.
It's 7-1, 2 outs, runners at the corners, and I would imagine here Nate Yeskie goes out and just wants to make sure Cooper Moore take a deep breath. You don't want this inning to escalate. Has to be a little bit frustrating to see that ball wasn't hit terribly hard. It was just hit in the right spot. Milam gave a terrific effort to try to keep it from going out to left field. It was going to be a base hit.
Yeah.
I mean, Milam was not going to get up and then throw the runner at first, but the key there was, could Milam keep the ball from going out to left field? He could not. And then Notre Dame was aggressive with 2 outs. It was a decent throw by Simpson, a little bit up the third base line. And again, Cerna, as Bill described, had to do an acrobatic play to field the ball from coming in the outfield. And then when the tag was applied, it popped out of his glove.
Mound visit has concluded with Coach Yeskie.
Good hitter at the plate here, Bino Waters, who's 7 of 22 so far to begin the year. He's got a home run and 3 RBIs. Again, runners at the corners, 2 outs, 7-1 LSU. 4th hit of the day for Notre Dame. This one's hit out in the right center field. Jake Brown is there, but he is called off by the center fielder, Derek Curiel, who makes the grab, and that ends the inning. Notre Dame does get a run on the board on a couple of hits. They leave 2, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. LSU's up 7-1 over Notre Dame on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength, power, agility, a team that shows up ready to win. At Toyota Trucks, they bring the full roster. Kick off the season with big savings at the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event.
Toyota is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics. Experience the drive of the Tiger in a Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads. Find yours today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Hey, LSU fans, you're invited to Louisiana's largest casino resort, Coshada. Coshada Casino Resort has the largest and most spacious gaming floor in the Lake Charles area, with thousands of the newest slots, over 55 table games, live bingo and off-track betting, plus 3 beautiful hotels, delicious Cajun cuisine, and the #1 rated golf course in Louisiana. Coshada Casino Resort is proud to support LSU. Go Tigers!
Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted experts for all your home service needs. With over 35 years of dedicated service, we prioritize your comfort and satisfaction. As an official partner of LSU Athletics, we bring our expertise to every game, from installations to repairs. Our team delivers honest pricing with no surprises. Call us today at 225-777-8888 and experience the difference with Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Go Tigers!
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Find out how you can build a better workday every day with Cintas. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. And don't miss the Jay Johnson Show live from TJ Ribs Mondays at 6 p.m. starting on March 9th for the latest updates and game insights. The Jay Johnson Show, presented by Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. 7-1 as we move into the bottom of the 5th here in Jacksonville. And leading it off for the Tigers, it's Omar Cerna and Garrett Snyder still on the mound here. Or did they got a new pitcher?
I believe it's a new pitcher now.
Yes, they do. How about that?
Very similar body type. Kellen Klosterman, also a right-hander. 6'1", 184 pounds. Klosterman on in relief of Garrett Snyder.
Right-hander, and the pitch is outside. It's 1-1. Klosterman, a sophomore from Loveland, Ohio, as he checks into the game for Garrett Snyder, so the third Notre Dame pitcher of the afternoon. The 1-1 pitch to Cerna, that's in there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
So Garrett Snyder, the second Notre Dame pitcher, goes an inning and 2/3. He is charged with 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts.
Snyder, second appearance of the season. This one's hit well out into left field, and the left fielder able to make the grab. Waters right up against the wall as Cerna gave it a ride, but not far enough despite that wind. Maybe yesterday that ball gets out of here when the wind was a little bit more of a factor blowing out to left field. For Snyder, this is just his second appearance. His first appearance, he only threw a third of an inning. He struck out 1 and he hit 1. Here he gets Cerna to fly out. And now Braden Simpson will come up to the plate. But first, Jay Johnson wants to have a meeting with not only Simpson, but Trent Caraway, who's in the on-deck circle. Klosterman, not very tall out there. Yeah, pitched 13 appearances last year, 25 in the 3rd innings, and made 3 starts.
Yeah, not nearly as tall as Snyder. He's 6'1", 184 pounds.
He had a 5.33 ERA last season. First pitch in the dirt to Simpson, who had a RBI double in the 2nd that got LSU on the board. And then he walked in the 3rd. LSU scored 2 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Notre Dame finally responded with a run in the 5th. The 1-0. Strike on the outside corner. 1 out here in the 5th inning.
Klosterman actually started his college career at Stanford before transferring to Notre Dame.
1 ball, 1 strike, and the pitch. Ooh, off-speed pitch, and Simpson was way ahead of it on the changeup. 81 miles an hour, and it's 1-2.
Speaking of Stanford, recently one of the titans of college baseball passed away. Stanford head coach Mark Marquis. He led Stanford to back-to-back national titles in the 80s.
1-2, and a devastating pitch that moved out of the zone, and Simpson strikes out.
Stanford, of course, had a great program under Marcus. At the same time, Skip Bertman was building a great program here at LSU. And, of course, they faced off in the 2000 national championship game. Tigers won that in thrilling fashion.
7-1, 2 outs, nobody on here in the fifth. Trent Caraway comes up to the plate, an RBI double in the second, and he struck out in the third. Gets in the batter's box and immediately steps out of the box. I don't think LSU was retired in order yesterday. Caraway squares around the bunt as he was trying to maybe get on base here with 2 outs. The third baseman, Brustevich, playing way back over at third. The pitch was low and in, and it's 1-0. Notre Dame pitcher Klosterman wants a new baseball. After that one hit the dirt. Home plate umpire obliges. The 1-0 to Caraway. Not bunting that time, and it's low and outside, 2-0. LSU will be back home Tuesday to face McNeese. Two balls and no strikes. That pitch just a little bit inside, and it's 3-0.
And then next weekend, we've got another 4-game series for the Tigers against 2 different teams.
Dartmouth and Northeastern.
Yep. Dartmouth of the Ivy League and Northeastern, which is one of the winningest teams in the country last year. They have an outstanding program, Northeastern University, located in Boston.
Well, it looks like some technology issues. The PitchCom that's in the hat of Klosterman is not working, so they're bringing him a new one. So slight delay here.
Yeah, we'll look forward to being back home next weekend throughout the entire week.
Yeah, LSU not back on the road until a trip to Lafayette on March 4th at T-Moore Field. So that should be a lot of fun.
Traveling to Lafayette on March 4th, and that weekend following the trip to Lafayette, LSU back at home to face Sacramento State in the final non-conference weekend of the season. And then open conference play in Nashville against Vanderbilt.
3 balls, no strikes. To pitch to Caraway, strike on the inside corner, and it's 3-1. Entire field covered in sun. Some shadows down the first base line from the light stands. Foul ball there off the bat of Caraway off the net. Behind home plate, 3-2. In the background, you see the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars beyond the right field wall, Everbank Stadium. You also see beyond the center field wall the training facility for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Right behind home plate. The catcher, Quattroni, gloves it. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. First time LSU has gone down in order here in Jacksonville, but they are up by 6 heading into the 6th here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Elevate your game day spirit with Sugarfield Spirits, the official vodka of LSU Athletics. When crafting the perfect mixed drink, our vodka is the winning choice that'll have your taste buds cheering for more. Sugarfield Spirits, where the spirit of the Tigers meets exceptional locally made vodka. See our winning lineup at sugarfieldspirits.com or visit us at our tasting room in Gonzales.
If you live in Louisiana, you know what the mini plants up and down the river mean for our state's economy. And for over 40 years, Action Industries has been committed to providing quality construction, maintenance, operational, and consulting services through the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com. If you live in Louisiana, you know what the mini plants up and down the river mean for our state's economy. And for over 40 years, Action Industries has been committed to providing quality construction, maintenance, operational, and consulting services through the refinery and petrochemical industries. When it comes to safety and quality, Action Industries beats the industry standard. Call today or visit actionindinc.com. That's actionindinc.com.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
To the 6th inning, things are heating up on the field, but whenever you are ready to cool it down, count on Slow Melt Ice. Since 1997, Slow Melt Ice has been a leader in providing packaged ice for industrial and retail businesses in South Louisiana. For more information, you can check them out at slowmeltice.com. slowmeltice.com. Jeff Palermo, Bill Frankhead, Alondra Villarreal back at the Capital One Studios, and LSU leads at 7-1. As we head into the 6th inning, Cooper Moore still on the mound for the Tigers, and he's holding his glove up to his left ear. You wonder if he's now having some issues as far as getting the pitch calls to him. But I think he'll be ready. He'll be facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for the Fighting Irish, who finally scored a run in the 5th, as this is a dribbler down the third base line. Caraway picks it up, throws, and beating it out is Mark Quattrani. Quattrani, an infield single. And for the second straight inning, Notre Dame gets the leadoff man aboard. That's the 5th hit of the afternoon for the Fighting Irish, who trail by 6.
Tigers have been plagued by the infield hit a lot in this weekend. Indiana with several of those, and Notre Dame. Quattrani gets just enough of the baseball.
Basically a swinging butt down the third base line. Caraway was not anticipating Quattrani to lay down a bunt, the number 3 hitter in the Notre Dame lineup. So here's the cleanup hitter, Parker Brustevich. Brustevich is 0 for 2 today, takes strike 1.
For the first time, the Tigers have a reliever throwing from the bullpen mound. The lefty, Ethan Plog, has begun warming.
0-1 the count here to Brustevich, who fouls one off at the plate, and it's now 0-2. He's hitting .333 on the season. 6 for 18 with an RBI. Couple walks, 4 strikeouts. Last year, he had 32 walks to 33 strikeouts. He also is a really good defender over at third base. Chokes up on the bat as he's in the hole here, 0-2, and he's jammed, and he fouls one the other way above the Notre Dame dugout on the first base side, and it stays 0-2.
So Cooper Moore is now at 70 pitches in this outing. LSU certainly would like to see him get through 6 here at least.
Brustevich is a sophomore, did not hit a home run last season, does not have a home run yet this year. The 0-2. Strike 3, upper part of the zone, takes it looking. Another strikeout for Cooper Moore. That's 6 as we're in the 6th, 1 away. LSU up by 6, 7-1.
Again, a nice recovery by Cooper Moore after the unfortunate infield single by Quattrani. He comes back with a big strikeout of Brustevich.
Jace Lee coming up to the plate, right fielder. Sophomore off to a good start this season, but he's 0 for 2 today, 5 for 15 on the season, open stance. Quattrani gets the lead off at first, and that ball gets away from Cerna, and that will allow Quattrani to get to second easily. Cerna really had a hustle to make sure that ball did not end up in the Notre Dame dugout because it was heading to an area where the steps are at. It hit off of his right knee and trickled towards the Notre Dame dugout, and it nearly got into the Fighting Irish dugout. That would have allowed Quattrani to advance to third. Instead, he stays at second with 1 out here in the 6th. Jace Lee at the plate.
They do rule that a pass ball charged to Cerna.
One ball, no strikes. Lee takes one just a bit inside, 2-0. Lee is a freshman, hit .208, but did very well in the summer leagues at the Northwood League. Hit .330. So they're anticipating a big season here from Jace Lee, their right fielder. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, the pitch. Hit well out in the left field. Going back on it is Simpson, still going back, and that one gets over the wall in left center field, and Notre Dame hits a 2-run homer, and they're now down 4, 7-3.
And Notre Dame making a statement that they're not going away that easily, as Jace Lee hits his second home run of the season, second home run this weekend for the Fighting Irish in this tournament. Second home run allowed by Cooper Moore this season as well.
Jace Lee, his first hit of the weekend. 7-3, 1 out. As Notre Dame, after falling behind 7-0, have scored the last 3 runs to get within 4. And here's Noah Coy. Coy is 1 for 2, and he takes strike 1. Moore rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch there. Made Coy look bad as that was in the dirt. And Moore, who is getting close to that 90 pitch mark, he's at 76. 60 of them have been for strikes. The 0-2. Hit the other way. This one might fall in there down the left field line as Simpson can't get there in time. Trying for second is Coy to throw, and he is out. The tag applied by Seth Dardar, and Braden Simpson, who nearly threw out a runner at the plate earlier in this game, does throw out a runner at second.
You know, Simpson really flashes a strong arm out there in left field. As you said, that his throw to the plate nearly helped to throw a runner out, and that throw right on the money. Now Notre Dame is going to challenge it, however.
Now Simpson, known as an infielder, and of course LSU trying some other players out at left while Chris Stanfield recovers from a bruised hand, but that was a nice play and a bit of a gamble there for Notre Dame. You know, you got a little momentum. You've been able to get 3 runs on the board here in the last couple of innings, and Coy was not satisfied with a single and tried to leg out his first extra base hit of the season, and he was thrown out at second. But we do have a review here at VyStar Ballpark.
Great effort by Seth Dardar as well.
Yes.
Strong throw by Simpson, and Dardar fields the throw, makes a sweeping tag of the base runner Coy as Coy executes a headfirst slide. The runner ruled out initially, but it's now under review, and it's a quick review. Hopefully that's a good sign.
He's out. Official review is brought to you by Acme Oyster House. So Jace Lee, or excuse me, Noah Coy, credited with a single, his second hit of the game, but thrown out trying to stretch it to a double.
I love the day that Braden Simpson is having so far. He drove in the first run of the game for the Tigers and now affects the game defensively.
Chase Vanamy now comes up to the plate. 2 outs, nobody on. Hits a chopper through the right side. Diving play by Dardar, up with it and then throws it away. Goes all the way to the backstop. Vanamy's going to get to second. And Cerna was backing up on the play, but that throw was so wild after Dardar made a great diving play to his left to stop it from going out to right field. But then his throw to York was nowhere near the area code. And then Cerna couldn't get to it either.
A great effort again by Seth Dardar, but that's one he probably should just put in his pocket and keep Vanamede at first base. And now the Irish with another runner in scoring position. Jay Johnson making his way to the mound, and he'll make a call to the lefty Ethan Plog to take over for Cooper Moore, who did an outstanding job.
Might have ran out of gas here in the 6th. That is the 4th hit he's given up in this 6th inning. But LSU still leads it 7-3. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Pitching change, powered by Sunshine. Need a game-changing upgrade? Trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, to keep your home turf in tip-top shape. Cooper Moore gets a nice round of applause from the big LSU crowd here at VyStar Ballpark in Jacksonville. We'll take a break, tell you more about the new LSU pitcher when we come back on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda sauce. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sauces and original seasoning is Manda's strong side, but it's Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
BRQ Seafood and Barbecue is a home run for flavor, excitement, and an unforgettable experience. Savor their daily specials or indulge in their brunch every Saturday and Sunday. Special occasion? Let BRQ cater your event or host your gathering on their outdoor patio, The Backyard. Now open daily. As the official catering service of LSU Athletics, they are the top choice for your game-winning celebrations. Visit online at brqrestaurant.com. See their daily specials, catering options, or to reserve a table. BRQ Seafood and Barbecue, where unforgettable moments await, both on and off the diamond.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
3, LSU leading Notre Dame in the top of the 6th, and they go to the bullpen for the first time today as Marcos Paz has entered the game for the LSU Tigers.
Well, it's actually Ethan Plog.
Oh, Ethan Plog,
the lefty.
excuse me.
Ethan Plog, the lefty, now in the game for LSU. And Notre Dame's going to go with a pinch hitter, it appears, to face Plog. Plog is the lefty out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. He pitched one season at Iowa Western Community College before transferring to LSU. And he's going to face a right-handed pinch hitter as Mason Barth steps to the plate.
So Ethan Plog into the game. Runner at second, 2 outs, 6th inning. Tigers up 7-3. And the first hitter he'll face is the number 8 hitter in the Irish lineup, Dylan Passo, who takes one down low, 1-0.
Looks like they did lift Passo for the pinch hitter. It is Mason Barth.
Mason Barth now hitting. Fouls went off to the right side.
Notre Dame trying to avoid that lefty-lefty matchup. Passo, a left-handed hitter. He's lifted for the right-hander Barth.
One ball, one strike. The runner at second, Vandermeer. There's a strike, and it's 1-2.
Ethan Plog's been impressive so far in his outings. Flashes a very strong fastball from the left side. Mid-90s on that heater.
Third outing of the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Plog checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. A transfer from Iowa Western Community College, where he started a bunch for Iowa Western Community College, located in Council Bluffs. Was a National Junior College Association honorable mention All-American. The 2-2 pitch, strike 3 on the inside corner. Ethan Plog strikes out Mason Barth, and that ends the inning. But Notre Dame does get a couple runs on 6 here in the 6th inning, as they do it on 4 hits. And LSU still has a 4-run lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everything tastes better after an LSU Tiger victory. Similarly, everything also tastes better once you've baptized it with the handcrafted flavor of the original Louisiana hot sauce. So just imagine how truly tasty something would taste if it was doused in the original Louisiana hot sauce after an LSU Tiger victory. That's Louisiana hot. Buy you some.
LSU Tiger fans are gearing up with real Tigers apparel and merchandise from the official online store at lsushop.net. Get jerseys, sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, official team merchandise from Nike, accessories, and much more. Over 3,600 products, all shipped right to your door. Head to the place real Tiger fans go for the selection only real Tiger fans get at lsushop.net.
Mom's early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
And when I left the oven on, we decided together that it was time to see a doctor and make a plan.
Early detection gave us more time to seek out information and support as a family.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. For more information, visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
We head to the bottom of the sixth. LSU leading Notre Dame 7-3. As Notre Dame has scored the last 3 runs in this game. Derek Curiel will lead it off. And still on the mound for Notre Dame is Kellen Klosterman, the right-handed pitcher. There'll be Curiel, Milam, and Jake Brown in this inning as Curiel swings at the first pitch and unable to make contact. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Notre Dame. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Tigers. Curiel 0 for 2 today. Check that, 0 for 3. 1 ball and 1 strike as the 0-1 pitch misses. Here comes the 1-1. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996 to get your $59 AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. The 1-2 pitch to Curiel. Popped it up. Foul. Now it's going to stay in fair territory. The third baseman for Notre Dame, which is now Jamie Z, gloves it for out number 1.
Irish with some defensive changes after that pinch hitter. Z moved from second base to third base. Mason Barth, the pinch hitter, remained in the game at second base. Bruce Stevich is now playing first base for the Irish.
Based on my research on Notre Dame, really didn't know how their infield would shape up. They had a lot of different options this season. They knew Parker Bruce Stevich would be one guy that would be playing at one of the corner spots, so his versatility to go from third to first. As here's Stephen Milam, who's 0 for 2. Started a 3-run rally in the third when he was hit by a pitch. The first pitch to him here is in the dirt, 1-0.
So since the Cade Arambidi home run in the 4th inning, Notre Dame pitching has retired 5 straight LSU hitters.
Couple strikeouts and some pop-outs. The 1-0 to Milam, and that's just a bit outside, 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. LSU leads at 7-3 here in the 6th. LSU continues to have activity in its bullpen. Devin Sheeran warming up. The 2-0 pitch. Hit well, but way foul down the right field side. Milam, the switch hitter, batting from the left side against the right-hander, Klosterman. 2 balls and a strike to Milam.
Milam with the big day yesterday, 3 hits and a pair of RBI in the win over Indiana.
The 2-1 pitch to Milam, and it's inside, 3-1. LSU's first 2 hitters this in the lineup, Curiel 0 for 3 now, and Milam 0 for 2, but each have been able to reach base via walk or hit batsman. The 3-1 strike on the inner half, and it's 3-2. Jake Brown is on deck. He's got a couple singles today. Nobody warming up in the Notre Dame bullpen as Klosterman, the 3rd pitcher for the Fighting Irish, trying to keep LSU to 7 runs. Chopper foul towards the Notre Dame dugout. Serving the world's best baby back ribs, fresh seafood, and Cajun-inspired comfort food. TJ Ribs is where baseball fans go to celebrate. Join us all season long for the Jay Johnson Coaches Show, located at 2324 South Acadian Thruway. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Milam takes ball 4, outside, on base for the second time today. A 1-out walk. First base runner of the inning for the Tigers, who are up 7-3. Jake Brown will now come to the plate.
First base runner since Aaron Beatty's homer in the 4th. Hopefully that triggers a little more offensive output for the Tigers.
Brown flew out his first time up, singled and scored in that 3-run third, and then singled again in the 4th, and came around on that Aaron Beatty 2-run homer. First pitch to Brown, a big swing from the left-handed hitter, and does not make contact, and it's 0-1. Brown's average up to 433. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs on the season. The 0-1, a little bit inside, and it's 1-1. Notre Dame infield looking for a double play. Instead of throw to first, Milam back standing up. LSU 2 runs in the second, 3 in the third, 2 in the 4th. Notre Dame has chipped away at it. 1 run in the 5th, 2 in the top half of this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike. Milam takes one, or excuse me, Brown takes one down and in, and it's 2-1 as Milam is at first. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 4-run lead here for LSU. Brown's got a good count to hit on. 2-1. And the pitch. Hit it off the end of the bat. A little roller to the third baseman. Nothing for Z to do but put it in his back pocket. Z was playing back. Brown hits it off the end of his bat. There'll be an infield single for Jake, his 3rd hit of the day.
Tigers with a little bit of luck and good fortune that time with an infield hit that Z just could not make a play on, especially with how well Jake Brown runs.
Base hits brought to you by Bengal Pro Exterminators. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal. Tigers got something going here with Zach York at the plate. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 7-3 is the lead for the Tigers, and we'll have a meeting on the mound. Nobody warming up in the Notre Dame bullpen.
And they officially ruled out an error.
Wow.
On the third baseman. I think that's one that we'll have to take another look at.
Well, remember they gave a hit to Indiana yesterday.
And they fixed that.
They did fix
that. They did fix it after the game. I think there's no chance that Z was going to throw Brown out there, even if he fields it cleanly. So yeah. I'll be making that appeal at some point.
Well, it was critical to change that. I forgot who was on the mound. I guess it was Fontenot, right? When they ruled it a hit when Reeves.
Yes.
And that was 2 runs came in to score that inning, and that's critical for Fontenot's ERA because it ended up being 2 runs that were unearned.
Correct. Fontenot charged with 2 runs, but both ended up being unearned.
Trust me, that's very important.
Yes.
And you know this in your time.
That's why Nate Yeske was the first person after the game that I saw, and he immediately asked me about that call, and I told him that it had already been changed.
Those things do matter. 3 infielders to the right side for the left-handed hitting first baseman for the Tigers, Zach York, who is 1 for 3 today, singled and scored in the 3rd. 1 out, 6th inning, LSU up by 4. Milam at second, Jake Brown at first. Here's the 1-0. Big swing from York, but unable to make contact, and it's 1-1. A 1 for 3 day so far for Zach, hitting .400, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. The 1-1 pitch in the dirt, stopped by the catcher, Petrani. York's home run apparently just cleared hit the yellow line there in right center field for a home run. I have spoken to multiple people, Bill, and they all believe that was not a home run.
Yeah,
but LSU will take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Another roller down the third base line. Barehanded it by Z, and again, they can't get it out anywhere. The big fella, Zach York, an infield single. Now you got to rule that one a hit. I mean, Z, it's the same exact play. The only difference is Z handled that one cleanly. Bases are loaded for the Tigers.
And again, Zach York sort of fools you with his size. He moves very well for a man who nearly weighs 300 pounds. And Z perhaps maybe thought he had a chance to get York. When he looked up, he realized there was no chance, and he wisely held on to the baseball.
So the bases are packed with Tigers. LSU up 7-3. Cade Arambidi hit a 2-run homer over the center field wall his last time up. Here's the pitch. Nice one on the outside corner. Strike one, a slider at 82 miles an hour. There is activity now in the Fighting Irish bullpen. Here's the 0-1. It gets away from the catcher. Milam is going to score, and the Tigers lead it 8-3. Everybody moves up a base. Brown is at third. York is at second. And that should be ruled a wild pitch.
Tigers going the unorthodox way to score runs in this inning. The bats were big through with the first 7 runs, but Tigers taking advantage of good fortune here to add to the lead.
A walk and 2 infield singles, and now a wild pitch, and the Tigers lead it 8-3. 1 out here in the 6th. Arambidi will take a strike. Another slider on the outer half, and it's 1-2. The infield playing back, so they're more interested in getting the out instead of preventing the run here with 1 out. The 1-2. Ooh, Arambidi swings that one out of the zone. Another really nasty slider from Klosterman, and he gets Arambidi to strike out. Second time the Tigers' designated hitter has struck out today. Seth Dardar to the plate. It'll be a righty versus lefty matchup here for the Tigers. Dardar, the left-handed hitting second baseman from Mandeville. 2 for 3 today with an RBI single in the 3rd, and he doubled and scored in the 2nd, and there will be an intentional walk to reload the bases.
Yeah, probably a smart move there by Notre Dame coach Sean Stifler. He's seen what Dardar can do and doesn't like that righty-lefty matchup. He'll go and take his chances with the right-handed hitting Omar Cerna. LSU's going to pinch run now for Dardar as Jack Ruckert will run at first base.
Dardar's day is done. A good day. 2 for 3 with a double and an RBI. Omar Cerna, and now Jay Johnson wants a word with the home plate umpire, Danny Cricks. And now he wants to speak with Omar Cerna. And LSU's hitters, Braden Simpson, Caraway, Jake Brown, will all get in on the conversation near the LSU dugout. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
Jeff Palermo, Bill Franquez, and Alondra Villarreal. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday afternoon in Louisiana. Here in Jacksonville, it's a beautiful day, and LSU's up 8-3. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And Omar Cerna, the Tigers catcher, number 7 hitter in the lineup, is at the plate. Klosterman's pitch is low and away as he goes back to that slider, and it's 1-0.
Cerna came through with a big RBI hit earlier in this game back in the 3rd inning.
Klosterman set. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. down in the lower part of the zone. That's 1-1.
In fact, Cerna was down 0-2 to Notre Dame starter Caden Kroll when he delivered that base hit the opposite way. That was he was the last batter that Kroll faced.
The 1-1 pitch as he fouls it back to the screen, and it's now 1-2. LSU has scratched one across, looking for more in this 6th inning, up 8-3. Bases loaded, 1-2 count on Cerna, 2 outs. Klosterman set. Here's the pitch. Low and away, and it's 2-2. Deuces are wild, bases are loaded. And the pitch. Fouled it off. Healthy cut from Cerna as he tries to battle the freshman from Houston, Texas, who played at Lutheran South Academy.
Not surprisingly, he's a big Houston Astros fan. Had the chance to talk to him about his love for the Astros.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball by Cerna as he stays alive.
Being a native of Lafayette, Louisiana, I'm also a longtime Astros fan, so Omar and I had a lot in common. Reliving some of the great moments, particularly from that 2017 season in which former LSU player Alex Bregman was so prominent.
2-2 to pitch. Coming up, here it is. Another foul ball. This time he spiked it into the dirt in front of the home plate. Cerna, rated as the #1 high school catcher in Texas, one of the top freshmen in this recruiting class. Big time major league prospect. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Klosterman's pitch down in the dirt, 3-2, and the runners will now be off.
Let's go. Sorry, I got a little excited there, Jeff. Want the big man to produce again.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. 8-3 LSU in the 6th. The pitch by Klosterman.
Nice.
Ball 4, just a bit outside. 3rd walk of the inning. One of them was intentional. 2 infield singles, and LSU continues to keep playing the small ball here in the 6th.
LSU has not had a ball leave the infield in this inning, but the Tigers have produced 2 runs.
Good at bat there by Cerna to foul off a lot of pitches. 2nd RBI of the day. He now has 4 for the season.
Mason Braun is going to pinch hit for Braden Simpson. Braun, the lefty hitter.
From South Bend, Indiana, who had 3 hits yesterday. So at 3rd, it's Zach York. Jack Ruckert is at 2nd, and Cerna is at 1st. And the first pitch to Mason Braun, who's now hitting .375, is down in the dirt. Braun has a home run and 5 RBIs early on in the season. One ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Up high, 2-0. I said it yesterday during the broadcast, Bill, that Braun came off the bench and had 3 hits. And I was saying, well, you got to play him the next day. You got to start him. But when Aaron Beatty got on base 6 times, I think that trumped Mason Braun. Of course, Jay looks at it a little bit more detailed than that. 2-0, high fly ball out in the left field. Bino Waters at the edge of the track gloves it for the 3rd and final out. Tigers do get 2 runs on 2 infield singles and 3 walks, and they leave 3. And they lead it 9-3 through 6 innings here in Jacksonville on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Ew, it's a roach.
Fear not.
champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal Road Spray. Bengal Spray technology is designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU athletics.
In a region famous for its cuisine, Blue Plate Mayo has been a staple since 1927. From New Orleans to Lafayette, Houma to Baton Rouge, it's the mayo Louisiana reaches for when it's time to make something delicious. Whether it's dressing a po' boy or making that perfect dipping sauce for crawfish, it has to be Blue Plate. Blue Plate Mayo, the official mayo of LSU athletics. That's the good stuff.
Ew, it's a roach.
Fear not. Champ is here. Your weapon is Bengal Road Spray. Bengal Spray technology is designed to flush out the entire colony, targeting the source of the problem, making sure these pests don't die unseen in your walls, ensuring far-reaching results that prevent infestations from returning. Now that you're all protected, my job here is done.
Bengal, the official pest control of LSU athletics.
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Through 6 innings here in Jacksonville, and LSU leads it 9-3 is our score. Ethan Plog will stay on the mound here to begin the 7th inning. Tigers looking to go 7-0 and looking to win their 15th in a row, dating back to last year. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996 to get your $59 AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. As I mentioned, Plog on the mound. The number 9 hitter for Notre Dame, Jamie Z, swings at a pitch and he fouls it back. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Another great outing from Cooper Moore. He goes 5 2/3, 8 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned, a walk and 6 strikeouts. 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 9 hitter in the Irish lineup, as that one misses down and in, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Gave up a home run, did Cooper Moore. So 2 starts and 2 home runs he's given up, but still only a couple walks he's issued so far. That ball is in on Z, 3-1.
And the pitching formula the Tigers wanted to employ today and yesterday seems to work well. Kason Evans, as you said, threw 80 pitches in his outing. Cooper Moore threw 78 today.
3-1. This one hit well out into left field for a base hit. 3-1 pitch. Z was ready for it, and he smokes it out into left field.
Tigers do have right-hander Devin Sheeran in the pen. I'm sure we'll see him at some point, as there's a lefty on deck right now in Waters for Ethan Plog, but right now he's got to face the righty Birkland.
Birkland 1 for 3 and RBI in the 5th. Pitch by Plog, down and in, and it's 1-0. 9-3, nobody out, top of the 7th. Notre Dame now 9 hits on the day. Started off slowly offensively, as Cooper Moore really cruised through the 2nd and 3rd innings. And it wasn't until the 5th inning that he started to get into a little bit of trouble. This is actually the 3rd consecutive inning the Irish have gotten the leadoff man aboard. There's a meeting on the mound involving all the players.
May want to get Devin Sheeran going in the bullpen, giving him a little more time to start getting ready.
I think Sheeran is ready. He's got his hat off. He just took a swig of water. He's been warming up for a long time.
Yeah, they may go with him now, even with the count at 1-0.
LSU yesterday used 6 pitchers: Evans, Cooper Williams, Gavin Guidry, Grant Fontenot, Connor Benj, and Danny Lockenmeyer.
Jay is staying in the dugout, so he's going to let Plog go after Birkland.
1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. That one gets away from Cerna, but holding at first is Z. You do have a left-hander coming up next, and I would imagine Jay wants to keep Plog in there to face Waters, who's in the on-deck circle.
And after Waters, the next 3 hitters all bat from the right side. Well, now Jay's making a move out here right now. Let's see.
When it's 2-0 count, I think he's going to say, you know what? I want to go to the pen here, have a righty face Berkland, a right-handed hitter. So he trots out to the mound. He is talking right now with Plog. And again, another meeting on the mound, so maybe he's not going to make a move. Meanwhile, Sheeran is just standing on the temporary mound bullpen. And when I mean temporary, I haven't seen what that mound is made out of. I guess it's AstroTurf, but it's not there permanently. Again, the bullpens are still under construction here beyond the left field wall. Meanwhile, Johnson's going to keep Plog in the game.
Definitely like what we've seen so far from Ethan Plog. He's kind of an under-the-radar member of the LSU recruiting class. Josh Simpson, Tiger assistant coach who spent many years as a pro scout, found Plog, and he's a great evaluator of pitching talent.
The 2-0, low and away, ball 3. LSU's got a lot of lefties in that bullpen. They don't, at the moment, do not have a starter in their weekend rotation, but they can bring a lot of different lefties. We saw Cooper Williams yesterday. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches. First 2 runners are aboard here for Notre Dame. As Notre Dame is not going down without a fight. That is the second walk issued by LSU pitching here today.
All right, let's see if Ethan can find it and retire a good lefty hitter in Waters, and then he'll turn it over to Sheeran.
Yeah, this is a good hitter. Bino Waters, who's 1 for 3. Hitting .304 on the season, has a home run and 3 RBIs. Low and away there from Plog. LSU fans getting a little bit restless. Tigers are up by 6, 9-3. Nobody out, though, here in the 7th. And the Irish have the first 2 runners aboard. The 1-0. Inside, 2-0.
Unfortunately, Plog really struggling to find the strike zone right now.
Runners take their lead. Plog checks second. The pitch, that's right down the middle for strike 1. Let's see if that gets him back in the groove here. Two balls and a strike, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2.
All right, big pitch right here for Plog and the Tigers.
Plog is set. Look at second. Here's the pitch. Hit the other way down the left field line. Long run here. Still chasing after it, and it goes foul. As Mason Braun is out in left field for the Tigers now. Jack Ruckert is at second. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. 2 runners on, LSU up 9-3 in the 7th. Plog delivers again. Getting a piece of it as Waters stays alive.
Again, a big pitch right here for Ethan Plog. Waters reaches, bases loaded, nobody out. The Irish feel like they can get back into this.
The 2-2 once again. Up and in, ball 3. Three balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Dandy of a pitch there by Ethan Plog. And Jay Johnson immediately comes out of the dugout. That will be it for the left-hander.
Great job by Plog after a couple of tough at-bats. Comes through in a big way and Now the big man Sheeran will take the mound.
Second strikeout of the game. Kind of an up and down outing for Ethan Plog, but he'll feel good about himself getting that key strikeout. So Sheeran will enter the game here for the Tigers, who are up by 6. 9-3 is our score. We're in the top of the 7th, and this pitching change powered by Sunshine. Need a game-changing upgrade? Trust Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, to keep your home turf in tip-top shape. Sheeran in the game. We'll take a break. More coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Some drinks come in a bottle, some in a can. Only one comes in a ball and brings the buzz. We're Buzz Balls, the ready-to-go cocktail that's shaped like a ball. Coincidence? We think not. Big flavor, big buzz, ready to go.
Champions don't wait for the perfect pitch. They make their move. With LSU Online, you can step up to the plate for your career, earn your degree, and keep swinging towards your goals. Learn anytime from anywhere and knock your next milestone out of the park. It's time to make your move, Tiger fans. Visit online.lsu.edu. LSU Online. Win where you are.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, we know that every great game starts with a perfect field. Our equipment, whether it's a mower or a tractor, we can ensure your grass is always game day ready, so you can focus on making memories. Because at the end of the day, it's more than just a game. It's about the community, the joy, and the LSU traditions. Visit sunequip.com to get the best starting lineup of John Deere equipment. Sunshine is a proud sponsor of LSU Athletics.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
LSU leads 9-3 in the top of the 7th, and the Tigers bring in their third pitcher of the game, a guy that you'll see a lot late in ball games this season. Devin Sheeran has entered the contest.
Devin Sheeran, 6'5", 255-pound right-hander, transfer from Mount St. Mary's.
And he'll be facing Notre Dame's best hitter, Mark Quattrani, who's got 2 hits today. He's 8 for 16 to begin the season. First pitch up and in.
Devin Sheeran did not pitch for LSU last season. He was a part of the team, but had suffered a ACL injury in the summer of 2024 that kept him out.
The 1-0, that's way outside, and it's 2-0.
So this is his first season on the mound since he pitched for Mount St. Mary's back in 2024. This will be his third appearance of the year in an inning and 2/3 so far. No hits, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts for Sheeran.
2 balls and no strikes to Quattrani, the transfer from Cornell. Here's the pitch. That's way up high, 3-0. Quattrani, a 2-time first-team All-Ivy selection. Hit 17 home runs in 2 seasons with the Big Red. Hit 338 also during those 2 seasons. 3 balls, no strikes to pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 3-1.
That one pumped in at 98 miles per hour from Sheeran. He's got to keep it in the zone.
1 out, 3 balls, 1 strike. Notre Dame has 2 runners on. Tigers up by 6. Here's the 3-1. Popped it up. Foul territory. Cerna takes a mask off, but it's ends up behind home plate and in the bleachers here, or in the stands, I should say. 3-2 now to count as Sheeran trying to come back and get Quattrani. Z, the runner at second. Birkland, the runner at first. The 3-2. Up and in, ball 4. Bases are loaded with 1 out. So another good hitter coming up for Notre Dame, another right-handed hitter. As the first baseman, Parker Brustevich. Brustevich is 0 for 3 today, dropping his average. It was .375 entering the contest. 0 for 3 here today, so that average is down to .316. Does not have a home run this season. Did not hit a home run at all last year. Way high. Cerna has to come out of his stance to make sure that one didn't go back to the backstop.
Sheeran having difficulty finding the zone right now.
Brustevich had 2 hits yesterday. Open stance, big right-handed hitter, chokes up slightly. Waggles at bat. The 1-0 misses down, and it's 2-0.
He fell behind Quatrani 3-0, and now he's behind Brustevich 2-0, and Tiger infield calls a timeout.
And LSU's bullpen will start to get going again.
Dax Dothie, the right-hander, has just begun throwing down in the LSU pen.
Transfer from Angelo State. So Cerna has a few words after Zach York was the first guy to come in. Maverick Rizzi is also standing around. We'll see if he gets loosened up here. 6-run lead for the Tigers. Notre Dame trying to battle back. 2-0 count, 1 out, bases loaded. Way high, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch. That's a strike. Brustevich has just 1 RBI on the season. Hitting in the cleanup spot today. The 3-1. Ball 4 high. Back-to-back walks issued by Sheeran. It's now 9-4.
Maverick Rizzi now is also in the LSU pen. So Dothie and Rizzi both warming now as Sheeran off to a rough start here in this outing.
Jace Lee to the plate. He hit a 2-run homer his last time up. He hits another home run here. This thing gets interesting all of a sudden. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, foul down the third base line as he's swinging at the first pitch after back-to-back walks. Bases are loaded, 1 out. LSU up by 5. 9-4. LSU's led by as many as 7 in this one, 7-0. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Lee swings that one out of the zone, up. And a nice job here by Sheeran after falling behind the first 2 hitters he's faced. He's ahead of Jace Lee, who is from South Bend. 6'4", 205 pounds. The 0-2. Strike 3. Right on the upper part of the zone. And Sheeran gets a big strikeout. Second strikeout of the inning for Tiger pitching. 2 away. Bases are still loaded. LSU leading 9-4 in the 7th.
Big strikeout there for Devin Sheeran. Try to stem this Notre Dame momentum.
That is 9 strikeouts for LSU pitching. Second time Lee is struck out. Here's Noah Coy. He's 2 for 3 with a strikeout. Singled and scored in the 5th. Righty versus lefty matchup here against Coy. Way outside, 1-0.
Coy, in fact, has singled in each of his last 2 plate appearances. That singled in the 5th, and he also singled in the 6th.
Sheeran takes a deep breath. That one is right down the middle. 1-1. Coy from Greenwood, Indiana. Started 19 games as a freshman last year. The 1-1. That's in there, off-speed pitch. Strike 2. Bases loaded, 9-4. 1 ball, 2 strikes. LSU fans making some noise. Here's the pitch. Nearly hit him up and in. 2-2. Coy was a 3-sport athlete at Center Grove High School, playing basketball and football.
Let's go, Devin. Let's do it, man. Big pitch right here.
The 2-2 from Sheeran. Little floater out to Milam, who gloves it for the final out of the inning. Not hit hard at all. Weak liner. Notre Dame gets a run, but it could have been more. There's a nice job by Devin Sheeran after walking back-to-back hitters. He gets the next 2 hitters out, and LSU takes a 5-run lead into the 7th inning stretch. 9-4 Tigers here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club. Presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
I'm Richard Fontenot, president of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation. My brother and I grow rice, soybeans, and raise crawfish on our farm in Evangeline Parish. For a 4th-generation farmer like myself, Louisiana Farm Bureau is as much a part of my life as checking traps or harvesting rice. Our organization is more than 145,000 members strong, and we've been around for more than 100 years. The Louisiana Farm Bureau spans generations, and we want you to join our family.
Visit lafarmbureau.org. The Louisiana Farm Bureau Federation, the voice of Louisiana agriculture.
Get ready, Tiger fans! Venture Global is proud to partner with LSU Athletics, powering Louisiana and the world with clean, low-cost, reliable energy and fueling the future of our great state. As we cheer on the Tigers this season, we're also driving innovation, creating jobs, and supporting our local communities. Together, we're building a brighter, more sustainable tomorrow. Venture Global, proud partner of LSU Athletics, powering champions on and off the field. Go Tigers!
The 7th inning stretch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball was presented by Coshada Casino Resort, Louisiana's best bet.
Help shape the future of medicine with Velocity Clinical Research. Participants can receive compensation, access new potential medicines, and get free study-related exams. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. 9-4, LSU leading it as we go into the bottom of the 7th, and a new Notre Dame pitcher, the 4th one of the day, Aiden Zur, making his collegiate debut.
Zur, true freshman right-hander, 6'2", 210 pounds. He's a native of Brandon, South Dakota. Making his debut here this afternoon for the Irish.
He'll face 9-1-2 in the Tigers lineup. Trent Caraway is 1 for 3 with an RBI double. First pitch, and Caraway chops one foul in the direction of the LSU bullpen down the left field line. Nice job by Devin Sheeran. And this is what you want to see if you're Jay Johnson, a little bit of adversity and figuring out a way to work through it. It's not going to be perfect every time, Bill. I mean, these guys are...
No, of course
these
not.
guys are human, but what you want to see them do is limit the damage. The 0-1, it's strike 2.
Now, what I like was that neither Plog nor Z were perfect in their outing, but when they did face adversity, they responded in a big way and got the outs that they needed to keep LSU with a 5-run advantage.
Fly ball hit a mile high out in the left field. Bino Waters waits for it to come down, and there is one out. This LSU baseball moment brought to you by ES&H. Keeping South Louisiana safe, compliant, and strong with expert environmental and safety solutions. Derek Curiel comes up to the plate. Want to say hello to the large audience that's listening to us either on LSUsports.net or the BASF mobile app. Glad you could be a part of this broadcast. Curiel is 0 for 3 with a walk. Takes strike 1. Nothing more American than listening to a baseball game on a Saturday afternoon. We appreciate you spending part of your weekend with us. The 0-1 to Curiel is down and away, 1-1. 9 runs, 10 hits, and an error for the Tigers. 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Notre Dame. The 1-1. Chopper, little tapper actually. The pitcher has to flip it over to first. Zur gets it to Brustevich, and that's out number 2.
Nice start to the college career for Aiden Zur, retiring the first 2 hitters here in the 7th inning.
Zur, football, basketball player in high school. Actually won state championships in both baseball and basketball in 2025 at Brandon Valley High School in Brandon, South Dakota. I don't think it's 84 degrees in Brandon, South Dakota right now.
It's probably never 84 degrees in Brandon, South Dakota.
Stephen Milam is 0 for 2. He's reached base via a hit batsman and a walk. Beautiful weather here in Jacksonville. 85, feels like 86. The 1-0. That's right there for a strike to Milam.
We're only about 16 miles from the Atlantic Ocean here in Jacksonville. And the city is on the St. Johns River.
Got a little trivia about the St. Johns River.
All right.
Do you know it's one of the few rivers in the world that actually goes from south to north?
Is that right?
Yes. The Nile River is, of course, one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to name all of them.
Okay.
But that is one of the few rivers that actually flows. And that's a little tapper by Milam.
It is a very picturesque
yes.
setting here in downtown Jacksonville with the river and the river walk and a lot of attractions downtown, of course. And again, you're just about 16 to 20 miles or so from the beaches on the Atlantic Ocean.
If you love bridges, this is the city for you. Everywhere you look, there's a bridge. I think Baton Rouge would be envious of this place. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Milam hits one in the air out into center field. Birkland shading his eyes. He'll glove it, and LSU goes down 1-2-3 here in the 7th. Tigers are up by 5, 9-4 as we move into the 8th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Trust isn't given. It's earned by showing up, leading the way, and performing at your best when it matters most. Our Lady of the Lake sports medicine experts know what it takes to improve performance and build champions at every level. That's why LSU chose Our Lady of the Lake as its championship health partner, trusting Louisiana's best medical team to care for our state's best athletes. From championship athletes to everyday champions, trusted care starts here. Visit OLOLRMC.com/LSU.
Squeeze every ounce of life out of every day. Memorize every sunset, every face you love, and climb every obstacle until you can't go higher. With Louisiana Blue, you're free to soar because you've got the compassion of the cross, the security of the shield, and the comfort of blue behind you. Live Louisiana. We've got you. Louisiana Blue. Louisiana True.
The games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-Ons is your go-to for good times. Craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro. Game on.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
We move into the 8th inning here at ViStar Ballpark in Jacksonville. Tigers are leading at 9-4, looking to go 7-0. Devin Sheeran still on the mound for the Tigers. He'll face the bottom 3 of this Notre Dame lineup. Chase Vandermeed will lead it off. He's 1 for 3. 1 for 2. He singled his last time up. Sheeran working from the windup. Nobody on base as we begin the 8th inning here. It'll be Vandermeed and then a freshman, Barth, and then Jamie Z. Check swing there, 1-1 on a 96-mile-an-hour pitch from Sheeran. Here's the 1-1. And it's now 1-2 as he pumps in another strike. One ball, 2 strikes. That one is fouled off. Got another little bit of Jacksonville trivia for you. I did not know this. This kind of blew my mind when I heard it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Vandermeer. The pitch by Sheeran right down the middle for strike 3. You know, you think about Florida and Orlando, Tampa, St. Pete, Miami. You know, those are large cities in Florida. But Jacksonville is actually the largest city by land area, 840 square miles, and that is actually the largest city by land area in the contiguous United States.
That is amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah. I always thought, you hear about Jacksonville, right? You say, well, it's, you know, it's like the other city in Florida compared to Orlando, Tampa.
Right.
But it is, when you consider all the beaches, that's all part of Jacksonville. The 0-1 pitch. Here to Mason Barth, and it's now 0-2. So the largest cities in the United States that by landmass are all in Alaska. And then like Jacksonville's number 4 in the entire United States.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But 840 square miles, that is amazing. Like Houston is like 560 something. No balls, 2 strikes here. That ball is in the dirt.
Of course, Jacksonville is the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars of the NFL. Jacksonville University is here as well.
Brian Thomas, former LSU Tiger, has really found a home with the Jacksonville Jaguars. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Barth. Strike 3. Stepping in the bucket was Barth. The right-handed hitter is Sheeran. After the back-to-back walks, has now retired 4 in a row, and he's got 3 strikeouts on the afternoon.
And that slider was phenomenal from Devin Sheeran. We know he can throw it in the upper 90s with the fastball, but when he can compliment with a breaking pitch like that, he's going to be special.
Here's Jamie Z, who's 1 for 3, singled and scored in the 7th. It is 9-4 LSU. 2 outs, nobody on as Sheeran's pitch misses low and away. Notre Dame has been retired in order just twice today. They've kind of fought here after getting down 7-0. But they're running out of outs. That's a low and away, but he swung at it as they appealed to the first base umpire, Adam Clark. LSU will be back at it tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time against Central Florida. 3 o'clock Eastern Time, the 1-1 outside. Central Florida will play Indiana this afternoon starting at 4 o'clock. Well, probably not. Well, we'll see. Maybe we can speed this up. Maybe more like 4:30. The 2-1. There's a strike in the upper part of the zone. 2-2. LSU the home team today. Is LSU the home team tomorrow?
We are indeed. LSU will be the home team tomorrow for the UCF game as well, and will be the second game of the day following Indiana Notre Dame.
The 2-2 pitch outside, and it's 3-2. Most of the sun, or most of the field in sunshine. The light standard creating a shadow over Zach York at first base. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Beautiful 1-2-3 inning for Sheeran as he strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Tigers in control, 9-4 over Notre Dame on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Everyone has their own favorite way to experience Louisiana. For some, it's the taste of hot beignets with a creamy cafe au lait. For others, it's swaying to the music of brass bands, Zydeco, and all the music in between. It's boating on the bayou, weaving your way through festivals, road tripping in pursuit of the greatest gumbo. Whoever you are, whatever you crave, Louisiana will feed your soul. Go to findyourlouisiana.com to plan your visit today.
Zach Bryan with It's 4 a.m., Monday, and you're literally sucking baby snot through a tube because she's congested. Man, that's love. And if you love her that much, love her enough to make sure she's buckled in the right car seat. To make sure your child's in the right seat for their age and size, visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Show them you love them. Keep them safe. Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
The reigning national champs play here. Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
Bottom of the 8th in Jacksonville. Tigers up 9-4. Jake Brown, 3-hit day, 3 singles, and he has scored 3 times. Still on the mound, Aiden Zur making his collegiate debut for the Fighting Irish. Retired the Tigers in order in the 7th. The first pitch to Brown is a strike. 9-4, 9 runs, 10 hits in an error for LSU. This one's pop foul. 4 runs, 9 hits, and a questionable error on Notre Dame.
Still seeing if we can get that play changed. Brown,
I got it listed as a base hit.
Yeah, Brown should have been credited with the base hit.
Yeah,
there.
so I guess he is. They only got him with 2 hits officially, but in my book, he's got 3 hits. That will be changed. Down low, 1-2.
Tigers do have the lefty Danny Lockenmeyer in the bullpen. Lockenmeyer finished the game yesterday.
Good to see him finally get out there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Foul back. I saw his parents in the lobby. I can't imagine there's many people wearing Lockenmeyer jerseys, so I'm going to make the assumption that was a good mom assumption. And dad. Yeah.
Of course, he's a Minnesota native. Played at North Dakota State last year before transferring.
1-2. That's outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes here to the left-handed hitting Jake Brown. And the pitch. A little floater that's going to get above the shortstop's head. Base hit. That's either 4 or 3 hits for Jake Brown. I'll go with 4 for right now, but officially it's 3. And here's Zach York, who's got a couple of hits.
Tigers officially now with 11 hits on the day after 18 yesterday.
Base hits brought to you by Bengal Pro Exterminators. Guaranteed overnight extermination with Bengal. We're in the bottom of the 8th. LSU leading 9-4. Nobody out, a man on for Zach York, who takes strike 1. Tiger fans, do you think you have what it takes to be a true Caniac maniac? Prove it at the next home baseball game to win a prize pack courtesy of Raising Cane's One Love. Another throw to first. Brown, who they really pay attention to Jake Brown. He was on base earlier in this game, and there might have been a half a dozen throws over to first base. Jammed him. York pop-up, foul territory, will get out of play, and it will. And did Fan catch it? No. Hard to, well, they're applauding. Yeah, I guess he did catch it. Nice grab by the Fan in the 3rd row, right beyond the Notre Dame dugout. 0-2 is the count to York with nobody out here in the 8th. Zur is set. Another throw to first. LSU Athletics thanks its corporate partners, Cox, McDonald's, FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake Health, Albertsons, Louisiana Blue, Coca-Cola, and Hancock Whitney. The 0-2. Just a little bit low. Now Brown takes off on a delayed steal, and he steals second base. Second stolen base of the season for Jake Brown.
Good read that time by Jake. You can see the pitch is going to be low. Petrani had a hard time in digging it out, and Jake with good speed advances.
So man at second with nobody out here in the 8th. York at the plate. York takes one down low, and he's worked the count to 2-2. Zur looks at Brown at second. Nobody really holding him on. A weak little 1-2 hopper back to the pitcher. And an easy out at first. No advancement there by Brown as Zur handled that one easily. A weak swing by York as he was fooled. And he is retired for the 3rd time today. So Zach is now 2 for 5 on the day. Cade Arambidi, one of the big swings of this game. A 2-run homer in the 4th. To put LSU up 7-0. He's 1 for 4 today, is Cade. Designated hitter, breaking ball, a strike by Zur, 80-mile-an-hour slider. Righty on righty matchup. Brown to lead off a second. Zur stares him down, now delivers, and it's low and away, 1-1. Center fielder Birkland way back there. Aaron Beatty hit it over his head earlier this game. That one's in the dirt, 2-1. What a performance by Kaylin Chio last night. And she had 2 10s for the LSU gymnastics squad.
First time that's happened for a college gymnast this year, I believe.
Yes.
That's correct.
Now the pickoff play at second, but the throw was wild. Nearly ended up in center field as Brown gets back. She did it on beam and vault, I believe.
Wow.
And she was the individual all-around winner, but Oklahoma had the higher score, but still a very good meet for LSU.
LSU still posted its highest road score of the season, which is very significant.
Yes, the 2-1. Strike on the inner half, and it's 2-2.
Looking forward to the home stretch of the gymnastics season. This team's certainly in strong contention for another national championship.
Got another big meet on Friday night. I think Alabama's ranked in the top 5. The 2-2, a little tapper foul, and then they'll have a meet on Sunday at the River Center. 2 balls and 2 strikes, so a couple chances to catch Jay Johnson's team this weekend. LSU baseball will be back home. I think LSU softball is home too next weekend. So a lot going on in Baton Rouge. 2-2. Ground ball right side. The second baseman over to his right. Throws the first. Nice play there by Mason Barth to record the out at first. 2 away now in the 8th. LSU leading 9-4. Jake Brown has made his way to third base. And coming up to the plate now for the Tigers is Jake Ruckert.
In fact, a lot of action on campus this weekend with men's basketball playing Alabama later today. Women's basketball hosting Missouri tomorrow afternoon.
3 more regular season games left for the Lady Tigers. Way outside to Ruckert. A freshman from Catholic High. He's had a handful of at-bats this season, has Ruckert. This would be his 3rd at-bat. So far, he's 2 for 2. Looking to drive in a run here with 2 outs and Brown at third as that one is up high.
Lockenmeyer continues to throw in the Tigers' pins. It does appear we'll see him in the 9th.
2 balls, no strikes. Zur trying to pitch another scoreless inning here. In on the hands of Ruckert, who got around it quickly and fouled it off down the first base line. 2 balls and a strike.
The right-hander, Dax Stothy, also throwing for the Tigers. In fact, he just threw a ball into the outfield.
So a little bit of a pause here. So while they collect the baseball, let's take 10 seconds for station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network and the LSU Sports mobile app.
2 balls and a strike to Jack Ruckert. 2 outs, 9-4 LSU. High fly ball out in the left field. Easy play here for Bino Waters, and he makes the grab for the final out. Tigers cannot score after the leadoff single by Jake Brown, but the Tigers are 3 outs away from their 7th win of the season. We'll find out if they can do it when we come back here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. They're designed for easy operation and feature performance meshed attachments. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $6,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
I'm Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrill. Knowing the facts is the key to winning a case in court and also winning in life. To be a champion, you have to make good decisions, and one of those is to not vape. Vaping can destroy your lungs with toxic metals and chemicals. Some devices contain lead and nickel and even formaldehyde. Vaping can cause severe health problems, so choose to be a champion. Stay vape-free.
Paid for by the Louisiana Department of Justice.
Game day starts local, just 2 miles from Tiger Stadium. Oxbow Rum Distillery is the official rum of LSU athletics. Handcrafted from Louisiana sugarcane grown right across the river. From cane to glass, every bottle is pure Louisiana pride. So, whether you're mixing up cocktails at your tailgate or joining us at the tasting room, make it a win for local flavor. Oxbow Rum Distillery, located downtown Baton Rouge. Go Tigers!
Follow the powerhouse of college baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network, powered by People's Health.
The right-hander Dax Dothy has entered the game for the LSU Tigers out of Round Rock, Texas. 6'3", 208-pound redshirt senior who's been around for a while in college baseball. For Dax Dothy, this would be his third appearance so far. He's got a 5.40 ERA, an inning and 2/3. He has pitched 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned. He's walked 2, and he has struck out 3. The Tigers lead it 9-4 as they are 3 outs away from starting the season 7-0. It'll be the top of the order for the Fighting Irish, who are trying to avoid falling to 2-3. Drew Birkland will hit. He's reached his last 2 times, a RBI single in the 5th, and he walked in the 7th. Dothy's first pitch is in there for a strike, a sweeping slider. 0-1. 4 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Notre Dame. 9 runs, 11 hits, and an error for the Tigers. LSU had a 7-0 lead after 4 innings. Notre Dame chipped away a little bit, but LSU really regained control of this game with 2 runs in the 6th. The 0-1 to Birkland is in there for a strike, 0-2. Dothy is considered a 5th-year senior, 6'3", 208 pounds, with the Stony Point High School in Texas. That's down in the dirt. He pitched 2 seasons at Angelo State and did very well there. Over the course of those 2 seasons, 18-5 with a 4.0 ERA, 61 walks and 208 strikeouts in 157 and 2/3 innings. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Birkland. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is now 4 straight strikeouts for LSU pitching. Devin Sheeran struck out the final 3 guys he faced, and Birkland waves at that one. And that is also now 5 strikeouts out of the last 6 hitters here. As the back of the pen doing very well between Plog, Sheeran, and Dothy now. Bino Waters swings and misses at the first pitch. He's 1 for 4, struck out in his last time up. LSU pitchers have put up 13 strikeouts here today. Cooper Moore got the start. He struck out 6. Plog 2, Sheeran 4, and now Dothy's got 1. Ground ball up the middle. Milam is right there. They had 3 infielders to the right, and it was hit right of second base. They'll go down 6-3, and there's 2 outs here in the 9th. Four our score, and Mark Quattrani is the last hope for Notre Dame. 2 outs, nobody on for Dax Dothy. Quattrani has reached his last 3 times, a couple singles and a walk. Swing and a miss. Boy, Dothy looking really strong here. His first season of college baseball was in 2020, which of course doesn't count towards your eligibility. Had a couple of medical redshirt seasons in there as well. The 0-1, right down the middle for strike 2. Tigers are a pitch away from a 7-0 start to the 2026 season. It would be a 15th straight win for LSU, going back to the NCAA Baseball Regional in Baton Rouge. Duffy takes a deep breath. Here's the pitch. And he threw it behind him. A little bit excited there. Duffy, hearing it from the crowd, excited for the opportunity to get the final out. Ends up throwing it behind the hitter. So here we go. Get it going again. One ball, two strikes. And the pitch just missed a little high. 2-2. Cooper Moore in line to get the win. Caden Kroll, the freshman for Notre Dame, would get the loss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's Duffy's pitch. Missed inside, 3-2. Duffy does not want to lose. Petrani wants to end this game right here. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and the Tigers win. Tigers win. A solid 9-4 win over the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, as LSU's bullpen retires 8 in a row after Notre Dame got the bases loaded in the 7th, and we're looking to get back in this thing. Cade Arambidi, the big offensive play of the day for the Tigers, his 2-run homer in the 4th, which gave LSU a 7-0 lead. Cooper Moore, the winning pitcher, and the Tigers get another win and will look to try to win the tournament tomorrow when they take on Central Florida at 2 p.m. Central Time. Let's take a break, give you a quick recap, and then we'll start the post-game show when we come back from Jacksonville. LSU victorious today, 9-4 the final on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota compact tractors. The Kubota L Series is the #1 selling compact